3. So that is not good. So hopefully it's just typical card game variance. The other options I'm getting worse. All my opponents are getting better. But it's a card game. Sometimes you go through these streaks. You can actually see I've had, a couple decent runs, but then also some runs not as decent. I even have an 0-3 Venescula in there. Not pretty. That stretch I also had one 3-0 and 2, so 5 games and 3 runs. So that's what I'm at right now. So let's see if we could change our luck a little bit tonight and improve. One thing I did forget to do last night was, or last time I streamed this game, last night I streamed South Park, which by the way, if you haven't played that game and you're a South Park fan, you are missing out. It's an RPG. It's actually a very good game. I mean, it's like being in an episode. I've been streaming it now for, I don't know, a month and a half on Saturday nights, and it is phenomenal. So highly recommend it. They did announce a sequel this week. It'll be coming out later this year, so if it's half as good as the first game, it's going to be phenomenal. So I am absolutely in love with that game. Let's open up our pack. We did forget to do that last time. I am a free-to-player, not something that the devs probably want to hear, but I know a lot of people always ask about it, and I pretty much exclusively play Dungeoneering, but I do some ranked on days where I don't do dungeons. I try to get some ranked games in just to try to do the quests. Try to build up some copper, because Dungeoneering does cost a little bit of copper. Let's see. Sapphire, 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 and Emerald. This is a standard pack. Every pack you get at least 4 blues and 1 green. You're hoping to get the rubies or the diamonds. Alright, so with that out of the way, let's go draft. We do have some rules when we draft here. The way we draft is I play every single legend. I don't just pick the OP Aryan OP class. And I pick whatever class has been the longest since I've played them. They are ordered from the top down on screen there. So my last run was the 2-3 Raptor, Venescula, Ozan, and so on. So we will use our coinage here. We have Ozan and Venescula are our options. That means Venescula has been the most recent, so we have to go with Ozan. Let's try to vindicate that 2-3 run. Prior to that, I was 11-3 with Ozan. So couldn't quite get to the 12, but never going to complain about 11 wins. Well, I'll complain, but I'd rather have 12. But 11 is a good run. Ozan's fun to play. Now, they're all fun to play. I just love this game. I've been playing this game since March of this year. And I pretty much am not even touching Hearthstone anymore. I've been playing a lot of Hearthstone, and that game I've been playing for a couple of years. So this game has replaced it for me. I just really enjoy it. Alright, so now drafting time. Now, there is a tier list out there. I don't use it, but I certainly would recommend it to anybody if they're unfamiliar with the game. And not that I'm awesome at it, and I may disagree with the tier list. When I'm drafting, so if somebody's looking at me like, why'd you pick that card? I kind of justify it. Like I said, I just don't use it just because I don't. There's no reason. The guys that do make it are phenomenal players. There's a collection of guys that are top tier players, so they know what they're doing. So I certainly recommend the list. I just don't. Not that it feels like cheating, but when I go 0-3, it's because I screwed up. All right. Bandit Camp is not the greatest of cards. I mean, it can work. I'm not even sure how to rate that one. I don't really like Noom. I mean, it's giving your rival gold, only for more or less 4 temporary attack, and it's still a creature, only gives you 2 gold. This guy isn't the greatest. He effectively gives you 2 health. It's in the form of 2 armor to remove 3 armor from the rival. And Grimspike does 6 damage, gets a little bit of coins and a little bit of armor also. So we're definitely going to take, or Mimic if I missed that, because that's the card we're definitely going to take. It's 4 gold for 5 health. So you're paying health in this case. I don't really like any of these other cards. I wish there was like, hey, give me new options button. But there's not in this game, so you got to pick something. The way Dungeoneering works is it is 15 rounds. You pick 2 per round for a deck size of 30 cards. Hearthstone does 30 rounds where you pick 1 per round and there's only 3 options. So there's a little bit of a difference there. But both decks wind up with 30 cards. It seems like Dungeoneering is a lot about griefing. Your opponent griefs your AP, they grief the creatures a lot. Aryan, who's extremely popular when she gets a spellbook out. A lot of the spellbook cards will boost these creatures' healths and attacks. So, things like this are more dangerous. It's only a 410, so it's not like it's probably going to hit you too much, but if they Fenk and strain it and boost it and who knows what else, this is not a very good card. I'm still going to take it. It's just less griefable. You know, it's easier to play. One thing with Dungeoneering, if you have too many big creatures, you can't really play them. There's nothing you can do. At least with, you know, little guys, you can, you know, get rid of them hopefully relatively safely. You know, support cards you can just ditch. Because if you're at 8, 9, 10 cards, and you know a lot of them are big creatures that are going to kill you without you a way to kill them, you're stuck with those cards in your hand. To at least cycle some cards, you know, you can play little guys. I think Darren Lightfinger is phenomenal. He does have a negative effect, discard, but he not only removes 4 costs from your next export, he also gives you the gold. So I mean, you know, a 5 gold card you can cost, and you know, or you can afford in the next slot. You know, if it costs 5 gold. So I just think he is awesome. So we're definitely taking him. Stack of Sharks is good. This isn't a very good card. And Greater Demon's okay. I always forget about the exhaust mechanic. I don't know why. But you know, if you have a weapon on, you know, so say you have a weapon with 2 durability, you kill him, and then you know hit your opponent with the other charge, you can do some serious damage. I'm going to try the Ogre Warlord. Anytime you can increase your base, it's usually a good idea to attempt to in Dungeoneering. He is a bigger creature, but that's why, you know, he's got a phenomenal award. Increasing your base is huge. So we're definitely going to take him. Alright, round 3. Alright, some more okay cards here. Right now it's too early to tell what way we're trying to go with our deck, and normally I just try to take the cards that are good standalone. I mean, you try to get some synergies when you can, but the problem is if you go for the synergy and only draw one of 2, you know, of the 2 pieces, it doesn't work as well. Calphite is a little 1/1 weapon. It works probably better in, say, I'm trying to think, maybe Linza, because she can then use it to repurpose. She has a card that says spend your weapon to gain 10 armor. But I mean, this isn't bad. It is 2 golds, really little creature, and that 1 attack can sometimes make a difference. Say I draft a Crassian Warrior, which is a 7/3. You know, it helps me kill something like that. Safe Spot is nice. Again, it has the same idea of Darren. It discards a card as a negative. But this one, you know, Darren, where it removes cost from your next export, this removes health from your next creature. It gives you a lot of reach into a big creature, which is very nice. Watchtower Guard isn't bad. It's only a 5/3, and it does give you a 2/2 weapon. But I think I'm actually going to go with the Calphite for the couple gold. So we'll probably, you know, hopefully we can draw dragon sets and things along those lines. These, you know, expensive cards, Death Touch, Darts, depending on how the draft goes. So we definitely want to get some gold generation going. And keep it going. We're off to a decent start. So we're actually going to take the little Calphite. We're going to go with Safe Spot. Actually, let me think about this for a second. Mithril Arrows is very good. What temporary attack is in this game is it means for the next slot, other than the final, you know, the final battle, it does not carry over in the final battle, but the next slot in a chapter, you know, you have that temporary attack. So a Mithril Arrows means, you know, assuming I still have 2 base, you know, I have 5 attack for the next slot, so I could go after a Warlord, hopefully 2-shot him, only take that 6 damage to get that base. So this is not a bad card either. It's, you know, similar to Reach, whereas in this case, you know, if I remove 5 health from it, if I only have 2 base, it's a 6/5. You know, I can't 2-shot it. So I have to actually think about that. I'm actually going to take the arrows here. Alright. There's a couple almost auto picks here. KGP is ridiculous. You know, it's a base for virtually a little dude. If somebody can boost him, they will, but, you know, a 1/2 for, and again, another discard card. So if I can start to get some card draw, it would help, because right now, oh no, I didn't take the Safe Spot, but I still have some discard mechanics. I prefer not to be top decking usually, but KGP is awesome. A Mascot's, you know, he takes some damage, double your gold, but it is a big creature, very griefable. You know, it's only 5, but still, if you were hoping to one-shot it, but your opponent increases its health with a Morwenna or a Work Order, or one of the 15 mage cards that does it, this card's you know, it's a little bit of damage. There's another creature, nice gold, but I think we're going to take the Nastroth. You know, we really want to get our base going here if we can. Alright, Smuggler probably isn't going to work. It only works, you know, if they have to have a weapon and I have to have a weapon, so I assume it's not a very good card here. Bounty Hunt, right now I don't have, I don't really consider it a weapon, as a Calphite's 1/1, so I mean it says 1, but I really don't have a weapon here. Um, so this isn't very good. This can be good. It's reach. You know, if you have a weapon, you can strike it and then possibly just, you know, kill it right away. I like this for the gold. Ketsec isn't bad. It is damage, but again, it's one of those griefable creatures. This card, you know, say you're playing a mage that has some Asphyxiates cards. Asphyxiate is a card that says, you know, it's for the mage class. They have to kill, what's his name, the Zamorkian Occultist. If they have that, this is unplayable, because what the Asphyxiate does is it does 2 times your opponent's next creature's attack as damage. So that'd be 24 damage coming to me, so... You know, cards like this are just more difficult to play. This isn't bad. Right now, I don't have a way to kill it, but we're only at our 5th round. You know, so usually, you know, if you get a Dragon Longsword, if you have the 2 base, you have something with a weapon with 5 attack, you know, you can one-shot this and do some nice damage to him. But again, this is a very griefable creature, dangerous creature to play. We're going to take the Calphite, some more gold. Now, this card isn't bad, because even if you have to tank it twice, you're going to get the 2 armor back. So more or less, you're getting 3 gold for 2 health. It's not bad. Rock Cake is the same thing. It's just a little bit of sustain. It's, you know, you remove 3 health, but you're gaining that armor. Like I said, I don't really want these two. Ketsec's a possibility. That 8 damage might be very nice. Right now, I don't have a way to kill it, but it is early. I think I'm actually going to take the Ketsec, but I know it'll probably be at least... I didn't even... That was an accident. I was just moving around here. But I was going to take him anyway. He'll probably kill me at least 1 game when I misplay. So I do that kind of stuff quite often. Alley's pretty much always an auto pick. I mean, 3 gold for nothing. Now this, you know, I say nothing is... we haven't seen it yet. But Ozan has a card called the Black Marketeer. It has no cost. And it makes your... rival's next support card cost 1 more. So if you go second against an Ozan, you have to be careful, because if you try to play an alley and you have things dependent upon that later in the chapter, like let's say you play some, you know, gold stuff, you want to buy a weapon, you may not get this off. That can be very, very dangerous. Osmond's, he's such a big creature. I mean, 5 gold can be huge, but he's not that easy to kill. Right now I don't have an Aruni, I don't have a Death Touch Darts. You know, if I get off the Mithril Arrows, it would still be doing at least 10 to me. And, you know, this is a gamble, and there's always a chance that, you know, your opponent doesn't have the gold anymore. They may have spent it that chapter. Say it's a mage, they started with 8. There's a good chance they're going to buy a spell book. You're not stealing anything. I think, I mean, more gold is probably better here. We're only 6 in. We actually do have some nice gold. Darren's also kind of a hidden 4 gold there that you don't see, you know, up in this thing, which is very nice. I think we're actually going to go with just a Mutineer. It does discard a card, generates the gold, and I can, you know, see myself if I can get out the KGP or you know, the Nastroth. Because what's nice is I could actually mimic in a Nastroth to gain a base. But even if I don't, the Calphite allows me to one-shot it too. It's not a great card. This is probably a better pick. I just don't have a good way to kill it. If I have 1 extra base, I can Mithril Arrows it. But I think we're just going to go with the Mutineer here. Again, that's probably low on the tier list. I'm not sure. Death Touch Darts is a fun card. Some interesting picks here. I think Death Touch Darts is almost an auto pick. This card is just phenomenal. And, you know, say I'm low on health, I'm able to pay for that and get it off into a Gluttonous, I'm back to full health. You know, there's no way you're killing this really without that, or saying a Rooney also does the same thing. Melzar's not bad. I mean, it is grief. It gives them, you know, a junk card, gives them 3 more they can draw, so it could really hurt them throughout the game. Melzar's not bad. I think I'm going to try the Behemoth for fun here. Why not? We're not very try-hard. We just like to have fun. Hope Devourer is, you know, you see this, just click it. 1, because he's awesome looking. I don't know what he is, but he's devouring my hope. Stealing your opponent's base attack is awesome. Ooh, wow, Strength Pot, 5 temporary attack. We have a Mithril Arrows with 3. Look at the cost difference, though. You know, 1 for 3 versus 4 for 5. You know, this seems more expensive. You know, it doesn't scale like that, but because you're getting a 5, that would put me up to 7. I could actually 2-shot this, assuming I'm still at 1 base. This is actually tough, because this is a decent card. We're definitely taking Hope Devourer, and I really like Leela. Because what's nice is if it's only if they have the most total attack too. So, if you're going first and they have a higher base, this is going to work. If they put a weapon on at the end of the chapter, chances are it's going to work. I really like Leela. Strength pot is awesome too. So right now, other than Death Touch, which kills our next creature, we don't have a weapon. So, we're going to have trouble killing Hope Devourer, Warlord, and that's where the Strength pot comes in. I think we actually have to take the Strength pot. I really like Leela. I would assume this card's pretty top tier too. You know what? Let's take a quick look at it, guys. Let's take a look at the... where do I have that thing? We are actually going to take a look at the tier list. Ozan. These are emeralds. Yeah, Leela is considered 8. It's a 10 things. It's considered excellent. And Strength Pot is also considered excellent. They're both 8. So it's like an eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Yeah, Hope Devour is an insta-pick, by the way. Like I said, I probably may be overvaluing certain cards, undervaluing certain cards. Like, I know, what card did I take that I was like, the Mutineer is probably not the greatest. That's probably considered lower tier. If I can even find... Yeah, it's considered below average. There was probably better, cards there to take. Alright, for this deck right now, I think I have to take the Strength Pot, because unless I start to get some weapons, I don't have a way to kill, my Hope Devourer or even my Ogre Warlord. So we're going to go with the Strength Pot here. Although I really like Leela. Wow, these are all awesome cards too. In fact, we're even going to look at the tier list, just because, well, we know where Leela is. Leela's 8. But I think that Solomon is awesome. He's considered an 8. I think Toxgill is awesome. He's only considered a 6, but I really like the card. They mask it. I don't think is that great. Let's see where they put him. I could be wrong. They put him below average as a 4. I really like Rance. They have him as a 6 also. So these two cards they have as a 6. These two cards they have as an 8. Like I said, I really would have liked the Leela in the last one. I think Solomon's great because he also allows me to kill the Warlord by only taking 1. Plus, he gives you the armor. This is a little extra reach, but like I said, I really wanted the Leela from last round, and we passed on. So we're going to take it. We will take the Solomon here. Alright, again, Alley's just awesome. Where do they even keep the Calphite? Probably low. Like I said, I took the 1. I don't think it's that bad. I mean, it's 2 gold, relatively cheap, and that 1 weapon can really help against 3 attack or 3 health creatures. Let's see, where is it? Oh wow, they actually have it as a 7. It's good. Calphite work. Yeah, it's not a bad card. Alley's considered an 8. I almost think it's higher. It's just an amazing card. Jubilee Bird's a little bit of sustain, which I am lacking. I do have some armor in the deck. I have 0 health gain. Jubilee's not the greatest, but it's considered above average. It's considered a 6. I think I go with the gold. I mean, it says 1 gold versus 2 gold. That little bit of health, though. Never know when that's going to come in handy. I'm trying to think, too, that 1/1 weapon, like I said, it really, it helps you kill the Mutineers. If I'm able to increase my base easily with, say, my Nastroth or my KGP, 4 attack doesn't do a ton in this deck. I think we're going to take the little bit of sustain here, then, just for that reason. I think we'll take the Jubilee. It is 1 gold, also. Another Alley. Ah, there's that Black Marketeer I was talking about. I like the Black Marketeer. If you go first chapter 1, it could really screw up your opponent. So I think we're going to take an Alley here. This card's not very good, I think. I like Mimic, but without virtually no health sustain in the deck, I don't really want another one. I don't think this card's very good. In fact, if we look at the tier list, they put... What do they put things here? Well, yeah, they put this as a 2. Terrible. Okay. Yeah, Mimic they have as a 6. Black Marketeer's a 7, Alley's an 8, and Ulek, which I don't really like. Where do they put Ulek? They put him as a 3. So yeah, I definitely agree with the tier list here. I like the Alley and I like the Marketeer. Going first, this card could be awesome. It could even, screw up a, if there's a mage trying to sometimes do it chapter 1, sometimes chapter 2, but if they go for exact gold, I see a lot of opponents, need exact gold for things. They have 8 gold, they're buying that spell book. Boop, they just lost their spell book because they can't afford it. Alright, I don't really like Death Lotus. I just think it's very expensive for, it's 8 damage. I don't have any Cannonball synergy that I can remember in my deck. So Sticky doesn't really work. Scabrite is a nice weapon. How do I kill this card easily is the question. I could actually, if I am able to increase my base by 1, and then Mithril allows me to kill. It gives me a nice weapon to possibly then into Hope. So Scabrite's not bad. Desert Snake is, some direct damage. Sometimes you need it. And this is, I think, okay. And it also gives you, that little weapon. I think I'm actually going to go... I don't really see this card too much. I wonder where it is rated. I think it's alright. It's 4 health and a little weapon. I'd rate it up there. Now, they have it as above average as a 6. Death Lotus. Let's see, like I said, I'm not going to draft Death Lotus. They put at... Wow, they have it as an 8. Okay, I'm not going to take it. Just seems expensive. I know it's 8 damage, but... I think Sticky is, they have it as a 4. It's very situational. If you have some cannonballs, it could work, obviously. Desert Snake, I think, is okay. They have it as a 7. And then a Scabrite, which is griefable. That's the issue. He's a 6. So I think I'm actually going to take these two. Apparently I'm supposed to take this one, but I'm going with this one and this one. I'll probably be like, I could have had lethal. I could have had lethal. Alright. More interesting picks here. I love the Giant Rat. Right now my deck has no weapon removal that I could think of, so I almost think I have to take the Giant Rat no matter what here. He's considered a 7 is good. Another Strength Pot, which is considered an 8. Ranging Guild is considered a 7. Leela is considered an 8. Tox Guild is considered only a 6, and I really like this card. I'm surprised they have this that low. To remove 4 health from your next creature, and yeah, it does have some negatives. It removes 2 of your own health, but you get it back in armor, so you're more or less tanking 4 to, deal 4 to your next creature, which can sometimes allow you to one-shot something. This is a hard pick, though. I think I have to take the Rat because I have no weapon removal at all, so I think that's a no-brainer. And right now, it looks like I'll hopefully have some gold generation in this deck. With the 3 alleys, the Darren has actually even more hidden gold, reduces something by 4. And I don't have a ton to spend it on. That's 12 gold. And obviously that big guy's 10. It is another base. I almost think that's why I'm really looking at this. Leela could be fantastic. We do have a Leela. But I think we're going to roll with that. Alright, there's that Crassian I kept mentioning. I think this deck I do want a little bit of draw. I have, let's see, Darren discards a card, and I didn't take the other guy, but I do obviously have a KGP which discards a card. Now this discards a Rivals card, but I don't think I have any card draw. I know when I play Arian, she usually has a lot of draw, and also a lot of her cards draw cards, such as the spell books, Lexicus, draws 3 random spells. The other guy that gives you 2 asphyxiates. So usually you're not starved for cards with her, but Fenk is usually potential grief. I sometimes grief myself, which is always fun on stream. Bandit King looks sexy. I do have some weapons. This card can really work in the final chapter. You go second, it may really work. If I have the condition is you obviously need to have a weapon on to be able to steal it. I do have some in the deck, but this guy doesn't really count because it's only got 1 durability. This only has 1 durability, so I don't think it really works in this deck. I wouldn't want to Death Touch Darts this thing. It works with Solomon. And who's my other weapon? I should have 1 more, right? Oh, Scabrite. It works with Scabrite, but I think we're going to go with the card draw, and that's where hopefully, you know, something like the Calphite shines, the Ugthanki, you know, I can one-shot this guy. He is griefable, though. You know, they increase the health on that thing. You're taking a lot of damage. I think we're just going to go with the Fenk here, then. It is gold, and it allows me to grief myself, which is always entertaining. Alright, last round in Dungeoneering draft is always diamonds. You can have more diamonds than that, but the last one's always a guaranteed diamond. Alright, I'm not a big fan of Death. I'm really curious where they rank these. I haven't looked yet. Just without looking at the tier list, I would say I'm going to go with full Darok. Probably the only way I'm killing Virago is with Death Touched. Well, not really. I also have the Strength Pot. Kelly's also an option. I think Death is out. I think Redbeard is out. I think it's Darok and then one of these two. One of the nice things too is it wasn't like this when I first started playing, is if a card does add cards, hover over it, both in-game and then even during the draft, you could see it. You know, it's going to add Snapshot, which it tells you it deals damage to rival equal to your weapon attack +1. Dazing is deal damage to rival equal to their next creature's attack, and then Deadshot if they have more than 20. Now, there's a chance that Deadshot becomes a dead card. Dazing Shot, the value of even cards like that, even if it doesn't do any damage, is it may make your opponent make a play that they didn't want to make. For example, if they see me kill Lady Kelly, they may have a big creature that they want to kill, but they can't because they don't want to take the 8, 10, or 12 damage off of it. You know, because they're like, well, if he plays Dazing Shot, this card's unplayable. And that's one of the reasons I think the Arian is so good, is not only are our cards awesome, they make your opponent not play optimally because you have to play around it. So I might take full Dark and Virago. I have a couple ways to kill Virago with the Death Touch and the Strength Pot, but other than that, he's going to be a dead card in my hand. That's why I said some of those cards are dangerous when they're like that. You know, if I'm able to get the Scabrite weapon too, it helps me kill it. But again, it's another thing that's very griefable. So if I look at the tier list, wow, okay, they actually have Lady Kelly at 8. You know, tier, they call it the, you know, excellent. Is Lady Kelly. Full Dark is considered excellent. Death they have at 6, above average. Redbeard Frank is 5, average. Virago, wow, they actually have Virago as bad. Huh. Like I said, he is griefable and he is harder. I'm really surprised Lady Kelly's this high. Do I have enough gold in this deck? I mean, I should. I wish I didn't get any Bob the Cats. I love Bob the Cat. He is just awesome. But we didn't get any of him. Do I just take the Kelly just to make sure? Because trying to get Death Touched off. I'm not sure how this deck wins. I don't have any gold grief. Usually that's what Ozan is known for. You know, people have to play around that. Other than Black Marketeer, which is adding cost, I'm not stealing any of their gold. I do have the Hope Devour, and I do have some other base gain. Yeah, you know, let's take Kelly. Because, I mean, hopefully we don't run out of gold. We should be okay on gold in this deck, and I don't have, I think, hopefully a ton of creatures. My hand shouldn't get too clogged. That's one of the issues I sometimes have. That Raptor run that went 2 and 3, my last run, I drafted a lot of big creatures. I just, you know, couldn't find ways to kill them then. Either I was drawing the creatures without weapons or the weapons without the creatures. It just did not work. So, we'll go with the Darok. Mortal, for those that don't know, simply means if you are at 15 or less health. It doesn't care about armor. You could have 1,000,000 armor, but it's if your health is 15 or less. So we'll go with Darok. We'll take the Kelly over to Virago. Alright, let's, we are 0-0. I do create I have a simple access database I put together. So we are running Ozan, where I was originally just tracking on Excel, just like what legend I was playing, and then, you know, my total wins and losses. But then when I really said, okay, I'm really liking this game, you know, I put together an access database in about a half an hour here that tracks now my, who my opponent is, if I'm going first or second, and then my rewards at the end of the run. Because I like data, because I'm a nerd. If anyone's out there, if you have any Chuck Norris jokes, because I want to pretend it's 2005 still. I used to play Warcraft. I haven't played in quite a while. But I used to love Baron's chat. So if anybody's out there that's ever played knows what I'm talking about. Be great. As soon as you made it over to the Barons, Chuck Norris jokes were flying, so little blast from the past there. One of my other favorites is, why can't Chuck Norris do push-ups? Because he pushes the earth down. That's awful. Everyone's out there, thank you for stopping by. Definitely appreciate it. I don't mind if you lurk. Personally, when I watch Twitch, I'm more of a lurker than a chatter, because usually you're doing stuff in other, you're playing your own games, you're watching something else. So I completely get it, man. I completely get it. But I always say this is an educational stream too. I'm going to teach you the plays not to make, because you can see by my scores on the side, I'm not the greatest, but I'm definitely trying to get better.
Going second works fine for me.
Alright, let's throw that in database. Venescula. Nobody picks Venescula. Venescula is considered right now, it is for me in my stats, my worst legend. And she's kind of considered the worst one. We do go second. Barbecue Weirdo. Thanks. It's not original. Just Google Chuck Norris. You'll find billions of jokes out there. He is the man, the myth, the legend. Alright, we are in the mulligan stage. What do we have? We got a lot of nice cards here. Lots and lots of nice cards. We don't need that yet. Unfortunately, we go second. I think we'll still keep the Marketeer. I think we'll keep this stuff. Oh. Alright, we're going to play this first. It probably won't hit, unfortunately, because he does go first. Which kind of stinks. Like, if we went first and he tries to alley and then hunger or something like that, it completely breaks his play, which is awesome. But because we go second, it's probably not going to work. We're still going to try it.
The clock is ticking.
We can KGP here.
How can I be of service, friend of Al-Kharid?
I really don't want to get rid of either one of these. I don't like putting the weapon on, especially if I go second at the end of the chapter, because he can have some sort of weapon removal to start. So we are going to do it like this, unfortunately, though. We should only take 2 damage from this because we are increasing. We are going to lose a decent card, it looks like, though. Mimic would be the one I'd want to... Yeah, see, he wouldn't have been able to Mimic there to get that gold. That's where Black Marketeer would have been huge. Oh, wow. We're going to have no cards left, guys. We are top decking already. So Black Marketeer almost worked. You can see, it raised that to 4, so what are you going to do? Alright, he's had a very good first turn. We're in trouble. We don't have a ton of card draw in this deck. And we have no cards. It's not a strategy you see too often with the ghost shit, but it's going to work here for him. And he's got card draw. The only card we have that draws, I think we have our own. We do have a Crassian. If we can draw that, that'd be fantastic. Alright, our opponent goes first. I am second each chapter. And, so there's nothing we can even do about this weapon. Like, if I had, like, a rat. Look at that, I drew the rat. It's worthless to play here because he's probably just going to, kill whatever. He's going to hit a creature right here. If we went first, we'd say, do we want to blow our weapon removal here? And against Venescula, it would probably be plausible, but because we don't really have much to do, we're just going to Frankenstein. Hopefully he doesn't Frankenstein us. We are going to two-shot this, so we don't really have much else to do, guys, because we're top decking. Alright, he just sustained a little bit there. Hopefully this hits him, but I doubt it. Nope, nope, nope. He's just worm braining. That's an interesting card. I gave him Elvarg, which does 8 damage, and it's a big creature, but it has a really positive side effect there. Man, he has had really nice synergies here. I mean, so this This one's not looking too good. Good old Venescula's rocking us. So, you know, he's got 3 charges of this weapon. I mean, in theory, I mean, he could Gold Grief me or something. I could Death Touch in the Lady Kelly. But we do have a Hope Devour. And if we do that, we do get the 5 gold.
That's this story written.
I think we're going to just rat, do this, and do this, but then we still need to generate gold to afford the Death Touch, and that's the problem. You know, he may play around a Weapon Grief and just do what he did last turn, get rid of the weapon right away. Or he may go after a bigger creature here. This may not work. This does put us up to 7 attack. We should hopefully one-shot this. And we will have 5 gold then. Actually 7 gold to be able to afford these, or hopefully, you know, we have 2 chapters to try to generate gold. This deck has ways to generate gold though, so. Oh my god. Okay, never mind. There goes our Death Touched. He's discarded 3 cards on me now. Hoping that grief hurt him. Nope, doesn't look like it did. Well, he lost Gorge. So we lost our way to kill our Hope Devour easily. We do have a Strength Pot in here. There's no way that's a dragon. Did I accidentally click ranked or something? What is this thing? Hey, at least we're getting quests done, guys. That's always a good thing. Mithril Dragon. Alright. Effectively took 9 damage for 12 health, so that's not bad. Or, you know, for 12 armor, so effectively gained 3 out of that. That was a big risk, though. Alrighty, guys. He's at 3 base. He's got 35 effective health. Gluttonous Behemoth. Man, how awesome would Death Touch darts be? Not that I even have the gold for it right now. Chances are, you know, these are both going to work. Is this good, though? This one's not looking very good, guys. The game overall. You know, he may, like, do something to remove his health here. He may mimic or something, so my dead shot doesn't even get off. But anything this is going to hit, it's going to hit his armor, so that's fine. So that's why I'm going to do it this way. Leela right now won't go off. I mean, he'd have to increase his base or just put a weapon on someone. That'd be a complete guess on my part. So I'm not mortal yet. Alright, I don't think there's... I may have missed something there, though. Man, he is playing very, very well. Alright, he did play a decent-sized creature, so that at least took 8 of that armor off. This is going to do another 7, put him down to 20. Final chapter, boys. He goes first. It's a difference of 3 health.
Now for the final act.
Alright, guys, let's think. This would be a gigantic gamble. Because if he puts himself... Because it's going to do 12. No, even if he puts himself to mortal and gorges me.
That's this story written.
I think we're going to try it. This puts us up to 7. So hopefully we 3-shot it so we take 12. Puts us back up to full. Question is... That's right, guys. I may have miscalculated here, though. He did play 3 cards. He is generating some gold.
It is good to see you again.
Should I have done the behemoth later? Maybe. Oh, he just put himself to mortal. How about that? He puts a weapon at the end. We're probably going to lose this game. Alright, alright. I think we got this one, boys. He goes first, but we're at 32 health and we have more base, so... That was a pretty tough game. I mean, I was top decking after the first round. He played Ghost Ship and my cards were going. Yeah, Q, yeah. My last 3 runs I've had 5 wins total. So my theory is I'm either getting worse, which is possible. Everyone else is getting better, which is possible. Or hopefully it's just good old card game variance, which is also a possibility. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Alright. Let's mark that as a win in our database. One thing I really like about this game, too, is it tells you your rewards as you're progressing. So, you know, even if I go and lose my next 3 games, which you can see based on those scores, sometimes it does happen. You know, this is what you're guaranteed to get. You get a pack no matter what, even if you go 0-3. But right now, we're also going to get at least 131 copper and the pack. I find that very cool. I think it's only a matter of time before Hearthstone incorporates that. One thing I really like about this game, and I always use the word Hearthstone too, but it's other than the fact that it's a card game, it is nothing like it. It's, you know, it's so unique. You know, I'm just hoping people give it a try and check it out. It's, you know, it's so different. You know, because you're gonna see, you know, a lot of when Hearthstone, obviously, you know, it's booming. You're gonna see a lot of clones come on the market, or you know, something that's very similar, and that's why people see, oh, card game, it's Hearthstone. It is nothing like it. I've barely touched Hearthstone in a few months here. In fact, I know I haven't played an arena in forever. I really like draft mode. That's why I like Dungeoneering in this game. The Raptor. He's considered probably the second best after Arian in Dungeoneering. He's very, very good. Usually they don't have a good way to do direct damage to you for the most part, but they are great at sustaining, building up that armor, and building up that base. And we go second again. Alright, wow, here's some of our big creatures, so we don't really want these in our hand to start. We'll keep the Calphoite to get some gold going. The thing I like about the Scabbard, if I'm able to find a way to kill him and get the Hope, it's very nice, that combo. And Darren's just good. You know, my first turn would be something like this. I wouldn't mind trying to have this as 3 damage. I mean, because I'm playing Raptors, a chance it's going to hit. You saw me play this last game in the last chapter effectively for the 2 armor. Although Venescula did gain 12 armor that game. You know, this into this also works. I just need a way to kill this. You know, this into this is nice. Right now we're going to throw it back. You know, if we don't have the other piece of the combo, it doesn't make any sense. We'll even throw Darren back. I talked myself out of it. We'll keep this little guy. Alright, we don't want to fink constrain ourselves, hopefully. So we'll give us 6 gold. We don't have any support cards, which is kind of weird. I don't want a Jubbly because Fink is gonna, you know, make it do 4 damage to me. We may get griefed hard here too. Fink constrain early on in the game is very common, so we would take a boatload of damage. This deck does not have a ton of sustain, so this is dangerous. I could play the Wounded Calphite, but I'll wait until I know he has armor. Alright, he's played 3 cards. Good
Welcome.
old alley. Everybody has alley. That card should just, it should be auto pick. It shows up in your draft. It should just be like, all right, there you go. It's in your draft, or you know, it's in your list already. Oh, there's his armor, so I could have played the Calphite dude. I gotta think too, because you can only play 4 cards per chapter in this game. So you know, sometimes you just want to play him because you won't have a better opportunity to play it. Oh, that's good. A little bit of extra damage to him. Alright, that's pretty much the Raptors' MO, is just sustain all game, but they usually have a good way to get this base up too. It all depends on the draft. Of course, so... KGP would be nice here. Alright, a lot of gold generation. Unfortunately... we're actually going to play this. Even though he has 5 gold, it's not uncommon. The what's the card that's 8 gold, gives you 2 base?
That's this story.
I forget the name of it. But he may just try to generate, you know, he may play an alley and then Amulet of Fury. Amulet of Fury. So maybe, you know, that does grief him. We'll see. We're just going to play this. We're going to load up on gold, I guess.
Friend of Al-Kharid.
Yak Lagor. Our Leela should get off this game. Alright, and he's got all creatures, and that makes sense because he's going to have 4 base right now. Unfortunately, that means the Calphite's not going to hit because he's going to have no armor. So be it. So, I mean, you know, people are probably looking like, wow, look at all the damage he took, but he's got double my base now. That is huge in this game. I mean, it gives him such a good, you know, an easy way to kill big creatures throughout the game.
See you again.
I mean, look, there's all that health right back. So
Welcome.
he actually has more health than me and double the base. The only thing I've got going for me is gold, but look at all those support cards. Yeah, double alley. Alley's awesome. So we are behind in this game big time after 2 chapters. Leela will get off, so that gets us a base. Same thing here. We're not going to play the rat. We may actually be saving the rat for the final chapter if we're still alive. But I think we can simply Leela. Because then we'll have 3. Where's the best spot to play the Crassian here? So I think I'm going to try to do these 3. Hopefully he doesn't grief us. We're going to do it like this, see how it works. Wow, it's a bigger creature. I mean, with that base and now this weapon, he's in really good shape, guys. We're behind. So we have to hope he DCs. Oh, okay, it was only a 7-2 dude, but more tankiness. Hope Devour, but then we just need to find a way to kill it. We haven't drawn it, but we have a Death Touched. We have Strength Pots. You know, we have Mithril Arrows, which unfortunately won't be good enough. So we have gold, just nothing to spend it on right now. Watch him have a card that removes all our gold. That'd be entertaining. That's what I really like about this game too. I mean, especially Dungeoneering. You just never know what's going to happen. Oh, wow. This is chapter 4, guys, and those were some pretty nice draws.
That's this story written.
Do I Hope Devour here? Or do I save the Death Touch for the Gluttonous? We are really gambling here. We are being really greedy, guys. So we're tanking 7 from this and then 7 from the next guy, and I didn't even heal up this chapter. Ah, man, he's got a nihil as I put the weapon on. This probably wasn't the smartest play, but we'll see. Our theory is I can take some damage because we're hoping to fill up with the Death Touch and the Gluttonous. Hoping this rocks him too. Where, you know, he expects to have 4 base here. Alright, so he's expecting to have 10 attack. Or 9, I'm sorry. Oh my god. Oh my god, look at this raptor, boys. Five base. It's all about that base. 36 health. I so want to giant rat last slot.
Now for the final act. That's this story written.
Alright, I think we're going to Mimic, which puts us at 14 health. We're going to increase our base, and we're going to try to Gluttonous. Unfortunately, it means we can't play the rat. Hopefully gives us our weapon. He may not play weaponry. He may just play a weapon here. We'll see. In theory, we should have 6 base at the end of this. Full health and a weapon. See how it works, boys. He has played 2 cards. Oh my god, and it's Barricade. Top tier card. Auto pick. He's got 46 health.
Welcome.
Wait, is that all he played?
See you again.
So I thought he had 4 cards. He's just got 2 left. Wow. I think we're okay. He's got 46, I got 37, but I got 2 big weapon shots. And we actually have 1 more base somehow. It's close, but we got it. That was at... Oh, I forgot to update my score. Sorry about that. That was at 1-0, guys. Holy smokes.
Can I get an O?
Deck performed extremely well there. I'm happy with that game. I think I got very lucky with the draws. Very, very lucky. Of course, he's saying the same thing. He's like, this is 1-0? But that Raptor, you saw exactly, you know what I was kind of talking about before the game. It's all about sustain, and he had a boatload of armor. You know, he had health gain. And then he also had 5 base. We somehow ended up with 6. That Darok draw with the Mimic was crazy. We got really lucky. We were at 19 health, so it just worked out perfectly. Alright, let's throw that in our DB. Let's click the Start Game button. And let's hope to continue to descend. No, we haven't descended anywhere. We're still wandering around on the first floor like we're lost. Thanks, Q. That was a fun game. I really enjoyed that one, man. Holy smokes. I'm sure I probably had some better options somewhere. The Leela Chapter 3 was nice to pick up because he already had 4 base. Hope Devour won me that game. Because I had 1 more base than him, and so, you know, just swapped the 2. Oh god, it's Arian, boys.
Looks like I'm going first.
And girls, if you're out there, I don't mean to offend anyone. Hell, we go first at least. I don't know if that's good or bad. So we gone second both games we won, so obviously going second is OP. I think we keep Fank, Ali. We don't hold Leela. I think Leela's a better hold, although I can't remember if I mulliganed or not last game against Raptor. Although, if she staggers me, I need to find a way to get that base back, but that would take a lot of damage, so we're going to hold it because a stagger is ridiculous. Arian has a card called Stagger, which is 4 gold, remove 1 base attack from your opponent. So if she plays Mimic in slot 1, chances are it's Stagger in slot 2. We do have other ways to get our base back, though. We have the KGP, we have the that one 7 gold card that increases temporary attack plus gets you a base. Obviously, Warlord. But I think we're gonna do this. We don't plan on playing the Leela right away. In fact, I think we're just gonna Fank this Ali Oxen free. Hopefully we don't grief ourselves here. You know, it doesn't look like we should. And going first, she shouldn't be boosting this health in any way, shape, or form, because the attack goes on not only my rival's creature but mine. But as a 4/2, I should still be able to one-shot it. Now, if she staggers slot 2, I hit first, and then I just limp along the rest of the time, saying hi to Ali. Look at my 1 base attack. All right, let's see how it works. She did play 4 cards. Oh. Because she played this in slot 1, you're going to see she thought she was only going to take 4 damage. She's going to take 10 now. Lexicus, he's top tier. He's a pretty good card.
An intelligent move. Well done.
Lexicus is good, boys.
It is good to see
Random
you again.
spells, but
Welcome.
it's nice if you look behind your monitor really fast like this. I missed them. You can almost see the cards. You just have to be looking at the back of your monitor. There's the stagger.
Welcome. It is good to see you again.
Alrighty. Alrighty. Losing base in Chapter 1 is usually devastating in Dungeoneering. Unfortunately, Solomon in this doesn't work because I have the weapon and it's total attack to gain the base attack. I mean, I can tank it for 10 to get that base back. Or 8, I'm sorry. I have to hit it 5 times, but it hits me 4, so... And that's dangerous against Ariane because I don't have a ton of sustain in the deck, and she just does crazy amounts of damage. We do go first. I'm going to play this here just in case she does some griefage in her other slots. Because normally, when you generate gold, you kind of play it later, so... you know, if they Customs Officer or something, they get a little bit less gold. Customs Officer is a card that generates gold based on your rival's gold. We're going to tank a bunch here. We'll take another one there. Let's try it. She did play 4 cards. Hey, this is actually going to work. This will knock me to 20, and this has to be more than 20. It's not greater than or equal to, it's greater than. So Deadshot does not work. So I got a little bit lucky there. I did not play around Deadshot. That's actually an Ozan card from Lady Kelly, but she got it from Lexicus. It's any 3 random spells in the game. Arian is good, man. That stagger's ridiculous. Yep, she is coming at me hard. I don't have a ton of sustain. Arian usually wants to end the game, you know, before the final fight. And you saw I just went to the final fight with a Raptor and won, so my deck can do that, but I don't have a ton of sustain. Yeah, I think I'm starting to finally get, you know, the different parts of the game. I'm still rusty. I'm still, you know, not fantastic at it. Alright. This ain't... I mean, it's not the greatest. We're going to actually see if this works. Like I said, she's got 4 gold. A lot of times, especially against Ozan, you want to play around Gold Grief because they have Bob the Cat and other cards that just steal gold. So you don't, you know, if she wants a spellbook for 8, you usually don't want to have 8 and then play it. You want 10 or, you know, 11 even because a Bob takes 3. But if she says, okay, I can generate 4 gold, I'm going to buy that book, this may cost her, I don't know. If we lose the weapon, Jubbly Bird's not devastating. But we're going to black marketeer first. We'll see how it works. So maybe she even wants the Solomon in slot 1. You see, I have a Solomon. She won't be able to afford it, and it would screw up the rest of her turn if she's expecting maybe to one-shot as a Morkian Occultist, another Lexicus. You never know. We're not going to buy the Ranging Guild yet. That temporary attack we may need against something else. Alright, Fenk does not hit us, fortunately, because we do have this little weapon now. We're still going to one-shot the Jubbly Bird. Yep, she's just one-shotting the Scorpion, doing more damage to me. So full Darok's not in our hand, but we are mortal. Oh, no, we're not. I'm sorry. We'll be at only 16. I'm sorry. Oh, now we'll be mortal. I'm psychic. That was smart. Playing that bar fight there, because there's a chance, you know, I would have played a weapon. We've got a lot of gold. We got 13 gold. We do have some expensive things to possibly buy, but let's see what we can draw here.
That's this story written.
Wow. That was fast by her. Guys, what do I do here?
How can I be of service, friend of Al-Kharid?
Try a creature that's a little less strong.
That gives me 6, right? 3 and 3 is 6. We're going to try it at the end, I guess. Oh, wow, she's just tanking up.
It is good to see you again.
I mean, it means her hand's slow. She does get 3 fresh draws. The way this game works, you can have a maximum of 10 cards. She is at 7, so she will draw 3 more, but that tells me she, you know, doesn't have a ton of stuff here. Who knows what her top decks are, and she may be holding things like weapon removal here for the end. Right now, we have 1 more base, but she's got more health. It's anybody's game right now. Let's see who can pull this one out. Alright, Lady Kelly doesn't do much for us here. Card draw doesn't do anything. We're in the 5th chapter, so we don't need any more cards. Right now, I don't think I need that 1 gold. So yeah, Lady Kelly's nothing other than 5 gold for us. Those 3 cards we'll never be able to use. We go first, so she can't grief our weapon, you know, in slot 1 here. 8, 16. I don't think I die if I tank it and I go to full.
That's this story written.
Now, I'd want to do it here because she may grief my weapon. Unfortunately, I don't want to play any of this stuff. We'll discard a card. We'll try to play Solomon at the end. Other option, I mean, would I rather have the health or 1 base? I think the, you know, I have 16. It's like 14 health gain here. It doesn't kill me, right? I do have 3 base, so I have to hit it. It'll hit me for 12, but put me back up to 30. Yeah. All right, let's try it, boys. She did play 3 cards here, though. Yeah, right now she doesn't have the gold. She'd have to generate the gold for that Nojo to blast away, so we'll see. Oh, wow. She's tanking a lot to remove 6 from me. She's tanking some more to do another 5. Oh, even though we could afford Solomon, we still did that. What if she played a Joker Shaman or something, which was damage based on our hand size? You know, last chapter, I just tried to get rid of all the cards I can. Alright, she did generate the gold. She just did 11 damage to me. How's this math work, though? We're at 23. We'll be at 12, but we 2-shot her. So I think we're okay. Good call, though. She did use the blast. She generated just enough gold. You figure she did 6 plus 5. She did 11 damage with those 2. Another 11 damage here. Doesn't look like it's going to be enough, though. The Gluttonous Behemoth won us the game again. Back-to-back games. Yep, I mean, she made the right play. You can't assume your opponent's going to have a Gluttonous Behemoth slot 1 there.
The drinks are on me. The blue moon into life.
You know, she took a lot of damage herself, but did, you know, pushed out a lot of damage that chapter. So I definitely, you know, without knowing the rest of her hand, because she didn't do much chapter 4, she was obviously just holding the blast card. Probably, I doubt she top decked it. But we got lucky. It worked out again, guys. Ozan, you know, any legend can be fun. I'm really bad with Venescula. That's by far my worst average. All right. Hey, we're almost going to hopefully... Hey, you're looking the wrong way, buddy. The staircase is over here. Ozan. Woohoo. All right, he doesn't care, apparently. All right, let's go to our database. Yeah, just taking a look at my stats. Where is it? Win percentage by legend. Yeah, Arian, guys, in 11 runs, I'm actually averaging over 7, which is crazy. So I'm not that great at the game. 7.09. My Linza is only 4.3. My Ozan is only 4.09, just to show you how bad I'm with the other guys. Raptor's 4.9, just under 5. My Venescula is 3.25, guys. I can barely win 3 games with her. That's over 8 runs with Venescula. For some reason, she's the fewest. I do have rules here, though. I play whatever, you know, Legend's been the longest since I played them. But coming into this run, my options were Ozan and Venescula. So, you know, I know I played them relatively recently. Hey, AZWSXQ. Hopefully I pronounced that right.
Hello. Have we
Alright. What do we got going on here, boys? Full Dark's great. Probably not to open. I'm going to hold the Nastroth. We have ways to generate gold here. We could even Darren into it. We won't hold that. I don't really want to tank 88 from her. Problem with this jerk is the gold steal. Do we Darren into Nastroth? Maybe. Maybe. Let's see. If we draw like a Hope Devour or something, we don't want to discard it, you know?
Hello, stranger.
Alright, that's not hopefully too bad.
How can
How
I
are we
be
gonna
of
do
service, friend of Al-Kharid?
You know, it does give us the 4 attack going in the next chapter, and we do go first. Let's see, we are playing against Ozan, and we are going first. And going first is OP, as you saw, because we went first last game and won. No recency effect here. We'll hold the rat. We may have to, if like, going first is great. Sometimes I see opponents try to carry that big weapon over, so you can get rid of it. But sometimes it's also bait. They want you to, because they were going to play an alley or something anyway, and you know, it's like, haha, you used your weapon removal. The rat is the only thing I have. I don't have any Caliphite emissaries. Ooh, Sir Tiffy's a pretty good card. Oh, wow. Let's see, if I had ratted in slot 3 here, it would have been awesome. He's going to be hitting something big here. Yeah, he would have taken a lot of damage.
It is good to see you again.
Alright, boys. He's already done 10, and he's still got a ridiculous weapon going into the final thing. Generate 7 gold. I wish we had some gold steal in this deck. We don't have a Bob. We don't have, I forget the other card's name that steals a couple gold. But he had a very good chapter. We're already at 19. Agrozan. Alright, Leela doesn't hit yet. Crassian, I think, is a very good draw here. I didn't say it, but it was actually one of the cards I was hoping to draw. I actually forgot that I increased my base with Nastroth, but you know, if I hadn't, I would be at 3 total attacks, so that's going to be great, and it can't get griefed either.
That's this story written.
So Leela, we don't think he'll hit here. You never know. If he Hope Devours me this chapter, which all he needs is 3 gold, Death Touch Tarts, Hope Devour. Now, we'll play Alley at the end. We're going to have 7 gold, so if he steals, it's great. But if he customs officers someone here, he'll get a little bit less gold because of that. Could try to gamble with the rat. You saw him use 2 weapons that first chapter, and he's got a lot of gold to buy one here. But we're going to wait. He only played 2 cards. And his Leela's going to hit, because I have 3 base. So, good for him. There's the gold steal. Oh, man. Ozan's such a jerk. Come on, we're like twins, dude. Cut it out. He's got 10 gold,
Welcome.
man. I wish I had some
It is
gold
good to
steal.
see you again.
Holy smokes, he can afford a Death Touch Darts and a Hope Devourer into, or, you know, into a Rooney, into Hope Devourer. We're going to try to Black Marketeer because maybe he does Death Touch Darts first slot and that would wreck his day. Or it's going to do nothing. I mean, he has 10 gold, but that card costs 10. That would be awesome. But, I mean, especially because I'm Ozan, he should be playing around Gold Grief. And this is kind of Gold Grief. I'm not stealing his gold, but I'm making something cost 1 more. But you just saw him steal 2 gold from me. You know, Bob the Cat's a great card to draft.
That's this story written.
I think we want to try to kill this guy. Is that ordering right? So you know he's going to pay a weapon, get a weapon eventually here. So I'm looking at that rat. That is one ugly looking rat. Although, is there such a thing as a good looking rat? I don't know. Played 4 cards. Alright, he's still going to be able to afford the shug, unfortunately. I gotta watch my health, too. I forgot about my health here. What's his face does give me 5 armor. Gives us both 5 armor. Oh, Rooney in the Hope. Yeah, boys, he's doing extremely well. One-shotting in a Rooney. Too bad I couldn't grief that health on that thing somehow. A Rooney into Hope, boys. A Rooney into Hope. That means our Leela gets off. But we are extremely low on health. So we have Leela. He's only got 2 cards. We've only got 3 before the draw here. This is anybody's game. It's up, BCD. Health is... it's overrated. It's not very important. What are you talking about? Unfortunately, we have no gold gain here. Not that we need it right now, but we still have 3 more draws after this.
That's this story written.
Do we gamble with the rat somewhere here? We just do this. That'll put us at 4, 5, 6, 7. We could attempt to kill this and do something. I don't know. Did I do my math wrong here, guys? I don't know. I should have put the rat in there. We're in trouble, boys. We're in trouble.
Now for the final act.
Death Touch really wouldn't have done a ton anyway, I think. Well, I don't like this play. There's a concede button. Don't think I can win this game, guys. I have 12 health.
That's Is this story written?
Unfortunately, I lose the weapon charge there, so that's probably dumb. This whole play is probably dumb. I know, dazing shot for 12. Didn't play around that. Did he lady? I don't remember him Lady Kellying this game. I mean, because he goes second, the rat will probably do nothing. I mean, you always hope that they put the weapon on here and then weapon removal here. Alright, rat's gonna do something. Unfortunately, I do, a lot less damage here. Oh no, he's just ratting me too, so it doesn't really matter. He's at 4 base. I'm at 5, but he's got a lot more health. I don't think we can get there in time. We have to hit him 6 times. He's only got to hit us 5. Close game, boys. Close game. We had one more hit. We killed him. Was there a better play that last chapter, guys? There may have been.
You know,
I tried to maximize my health.
Never got used to losing.
He obviously played the rat the last slot, so the weapon wasn't any good, so playing my rat was fine. It worked out, but I have another card that could have given me a little bit more health. All I needed was 3 more. I had 2 when I died. He only had 4 base. Yeah, that game just didn't work out, but it was close. That was a fun game. I like games, win or lose, that are at least close. That was a good game. It felt like we were behind the whole game. We almost pulled it out. He hope devoured us. We didn't see ours. We were able to get off our warlord, for base. He Leela'd us. We Leela'd, we were able to Leela him. It's a good game. It's a real good game. Black Marketeer did its work making Shug cost 1 when he had 10 gold, so that was huge. That dazing shot was the difference. I should have played. I was actually considered playing the rat in that 3rd slot, that 4th chapter. I swear. Not to play around dazing shot, just to play around anything else really.
Like I'm going
I was gonna one-shot my guy, so it was more or less around if he somehow health griefed it. Uh-oh. Hi, kitty. Please don't step on my keyboard. I make enough misplays without you. Kitty's up here. You guys probably can't see her. There's her tail. Can't see my screen. Got my keyboard elevated because she likes to walk on that. And now she's clicking my mouse. Sorry, opponent. Kitty's being cuddly. I love you too, Razorclaw. And she's like, oh, okay. She's good enough for a while, for a few days. She's like, I don't need to see you anymore. KGP, Mutineer, Alley. Then I'm going to discard something. I don't know what it's going to be. Unfortunately, I can't KGP, Alley, Mithril, Lady Kelly. I'd have to hink the 8 damage. Thanks, BCD. You're right. It can't be much worse. I should just let her click some keys here. Ouch, that hurts. Alright, I'm always afraid to, so what if I draw Hope Devour? KGP is so dangerous to play. If I play out, if I want to play KGP, it means I lose either Uganki or full Darak.
The clock is ticking.
How can I be of service?
Oh yeah, what if we never add this to our database? Kitty came over. We got distracted. That happens. Let's see, we're playing the Raptor, and we're first, and going first is not OP. Going second is. That last game I went first and lost. Come here, kitty. Is this a good play? Razor. Ah, she's eating now. Does anybody own a cat? They have a pretty exciting life. It's probably about as exciting as mine, though. See, no Black Marketeer this game. See? Alright, we lost Uganki, which is pretty much all of our sustain in the deck.
Welcome.
4 health.
It is good to see you again.
Unless he griefs me or I somehow, kill myself because I do math wrong because it's hard. There's probably less of a chance of going mortal here. Alrighty.
Welcome. It is good to see you again.
Okay, he's generating a lot of gold here. Turn 2 Amulet of Fury coming up. He only needs 2 more, so...
To see you again.
The only gold grief, even though we're Ozan, the only gold grief we have is that Black Marketeer. Got no Bob. Love Bob the Kitty. No Bob. Well, there's the Black Marketeer. I actually think we do it. Yeah, here's probably fine. Just, maybe, unfortunately, if he has another alley, he can still afford it because it'll make it cost 9 instead of 8. But what are you supposed to do?
That's this story written.
I say we have to try it. Hopefully we one-shot the Crassian. I almost should maybe play the Crassian here in case he somehow griefs it, in slot 1. We'll try this. Ouch. He's going to have like 5,000 gold now. That math may be right. 5,000. I think he'll have 11. So he's easily going to be able to afford the amulet. Okay, fortunately, he's got nothing to fink on us. That card draw is huge, too, because we were low on cards. We KGP'd round 1, so that gives us hopefully a few more options here. He's got gold for weeks, though. So this game is not looking good. A Raptor with 14 gold by the end of Chapter 2. Ouch. Well, we got our boy. Now we need to find a way to kill him. That works. That puts us to 7. I have 7 attack, I'm sorry. So as long as he doesn't do some shenanigans. I'm not even sure what can the Raptor do to lower base. So I always know Arian has Stagger. Linza has her Dust Devil. Ozan obviously has Hope Devour. What does Raptor have? He increases his base big time. I think we...
That's this story written.
It would blow the weapon charge, but who cares? I don't expect Fenk to hit, but it is 3 gold. What will our health be? We'll actually be 3 health under, right? Because that puts us to 34, it hits us to 27, and gives us armor. Yeah, let's play the Jubbly. Put us back to full and give us that gold. Let's try it, boys. The Raptor can't? Okay, thanks, BCD. I was like, yeah, I can't think of anything, so... Oh, wow, he's tanking 7 for some cards. Oh, baby. And I'm hoping he decides to tank some more this Chapter 2, because he's going to have 1 base. Oh, okay, that's why he did that. That was intentional. It's a pretty good play with Sir Tiffy there. But, hopefully he has a creature, because I got Fenky Boy coming up here. Oh, no, just more sustain. Holy smokes. But, he's got 1 base. But he's got a lot of... Well, he's still got 7 gold. So he's only 1 gold off from buying the Amulet of Fury. We did not grief ourselves, so that's good. So many, many times on this stream I've done that. Right now it's looking okay. But he's got a lot more cards than me. Ooh, Ogre Warlord. That's effectively doing 14 damage to him. And it makes us go to 2 and then right back up to 5. It's like we're losing 3 health for a base and to do 14 damage. We'll play this too for the coinage. And we'll be at 6 base, so we should just one-shot it too. We're going to get a little bit more armor. I think this is fine here. Or do I wait? because he may even generate a lot more armor. I don't know. I don't think so because he's only at one base. He has to try to probably tank some stuff, I'm guessing. With all that gold, he'll be able to increase that base, though. This does put us up to 8 gold, so hopefully we can draw something for next turn. Should I just play the Leela here for the 2 armor? Scott, if his all he could with a weapon, I might be like the last slot of the last chapter if he puts a no, because he doesn't put the weapon on until after. I don't know. We'll wait. He does play 4 cards. Alright, he's got a nice little Rance. I like Rance. But I can't really pass up that 14 damage. If he was going to tank damage first, you know, I may get less value out of that guy. Oh, that stinks. He's removing my armor. What a jerk. Just because I took 14 of yours, you're going to remove 5 of mine? Jerk. Oh boy. He's going to have a full hand. He's got a lot of health. We still got him on base, but he's going to, you know, his last, this is chapter 5. His last turn goes uncontested by me. He can throw on a weapon. He's got 4 gold.
Now for the final act.
We don't really have much to do. Well, we can say maybe he throws a weapon on somewhere. I can get, you know, possibly to 1 extra attack with that. There's no real reason to play these other than Joker Shaman or something like that, but alright. He didn't see a path to victory. That game worked out quite well for us. He had a lot of gold by the end of the 2nd chapter. I think he probably drew poorly. He couldn't draw his good cards. I mean, he did draw, you know, like a Rance. But, you know, he was probably looking for his Barricade. He was probably looking for Amulet of Fury, things like that. Alright, sad as it is, this is the first time we've made it to the 2nd floor in our last 4 runs. Our last 3 runs, we have a total of 5 wins. That's bad. Hope Devour is somewhat OP. If anybody's relatively new to the game or, you know, want to learn a little bit about Dungeoneering, this isn't the place to do it because I have no idea what I'm doing. But if you see this card, draft it. It's pretty good. And he just looks awesome. Alright, let's make sure we mark that as a win. I do unfortunately have to use the good old bathroom. So let me... I should probably put some sort of thing like, you know... Probably not a picture of someone peeing. That might be bad. Oh, wow. Where'd that go? Oh my god, I just lost it. Hey, I made it upside down, guys. How did I do that? There we go. That's what I did. Alright, boys. I will be right back. alright. We could probably get rid of that then. I guess we can update our score. We like to be accurate here. Alright, let's click that start game button. BCD, for anyone wondering what he's talking about, it's good to see your Twitch channel still here after last night. We were playing a little game called South Park: The Stick of Truth. And you know what's funny is I actually looked online today to see how Twitch handles it. Because we were on a little quest, and you know there were some underpants gnomes involved, and they shrunk us down, and we happened to be in our parents' room late at night. And they were doing some sort of activity, which, you know, as a little kid, you don't really know what it is. And in the game, I'm portraying like an 8-year-old, so I was obviously confused. And it was absolutely hilarious. So if you guys aren't familiar with the game or anything like that, I'm sure you could easily find it on YouTube. I do have my VOD down there. I don't know what time it occurs. But Twitch actually says, because, you know, games like The Witcher, you know, I guess are even more graphic. I'm playing Witcher 1 right now, guys. I never played any of it, so I've been playing that a little bit. And they, as long as it's part of the game, it's fine. As long as it's not the focus of the stream, or you know, you leave it on stream for hours and hours, you know, they're okay because it's just part of the game. You know, and it's not crazy gratuitous or anything like that. But and obviously this is cartoon, but it was absolutely hilarious, man. That was so funny. Uh-oh, it's Ariane. We do go first though. I don't know what that means. Last Ariane went first and we won, so that's good. Alright guys, decision time. We do have so much gold generation to this deck, we should be able to get this off. Does that mean we keep the Crassian? I mean, we're hoping to draw, you know, an alley. Obviously, Arian has a little card called Stagger. Remove one base attack from your opponent for a measly 4 gold. So if I try to, you know, simply Nastroth and a Crassian one of these turns, that could be dangerous. But that's going to be our thought. That's why we're keeping it. This deck really doesn't have any draw. If I draw something like KGP, there he is. Oh. Man, we do not want to lose Death Touch darts. And I don't have a way to generate the gold without taking the 7 damage. That plays around Stagger. Because we go first, he can't stagger slot 1, but he can mimic and stagger slot 2. But we have a 1 in 4 shot. I mean, all 3 of these cards I don't want to lose, so that's not good. We have a 1 in 4 shot of losing, you know, the least valuable card there. Is this dumb? What are my other options? Simply Alley Calphite? I mean, I could take the 7. I'm playing Arian, who is all about the burst damage. We're going to do this, guys. Increase our base right away. Oh, congrats, BCD. Got 12 wins with her today. Very nice. Barbecue. KGP always discards the card you want to keep. Oh, yeah. What are you going to do? Hey, look at that card. Looks familiar. Ooh, Black Marketeer. Could be huge in this battle. Let's see. She's just going for a lot of cards. Oh, I actually just noticed. I actually streamed this to multiple places at the same time. I'm sorry, Andrew Lee, if you're not still there. I had the chat open. I didn't see it. He's over on the YouTube gaming site. I appreciate it. He said, hey, dude, just saying, great content and great commentary. Hope your channel becomes the staple Chronicle source. Appreciate that, man. I just have more fun in the game. There are definitely some amazing Chronicle streamers out there. You know, that are diamond players and do great in dungeoneering. But, you know, I try to explain the best I can, and you're going to see a lot of misplays here. There's no question. Bill Cosby's dealer, who's in my Twitch chat, which I refer to as BCD, has a file generating. We believe it's about 48 terabytes right now of my mistakes. Oh, how can I afford a Death Touch darts?
How can I be of service, friend of Al-Kharid?
Let's do it this way, I guess.
How can I be of service, friend of Al-Kharid?
This will also,
That's this story written.
2, 3, 4, 5. That gives us 8 gold, hopefully. You know, going to next chapter, assuming he doesn't do any removal with certain cards. And it allows me to ranging guild, put me up to 7 attack for the next slot, and only take 7 from Mr. Hope. I think we're gonna wait. I mean, we could actually afford it to. No, we can't. Hey, we could alley ranging Hope this chapter, but I think it's better to play it earlier in the chapter if possible, just because then he doesn't. All right, this might be huge, boys. Black Marketeer. This is what I'm talking about. He has 4 gold, and Black Marketeer just made this cost 5, and he expects to one-shot a Lexicus or a Zamorkian Occultist. He's gonna take some damage. Ah, it was only a skeleton. I got excited for nothing.
It is good to see you again.
Yep, BCD, yeah, exactly what I'm thinking here. As long as he doesn't gold grief me here, which I don't think he has anything in the last slot. Ah, that was almost huge. How does he not go after, you know, he must not have the Zamorkian. He had a lot of cards. You think he'd go after the Zamorkian or the Lexicus? That's a perfect 5 health creatures, 2 base into that. But yep, now we're hoping Ranging Guild into Hope. We take 7, but we get the 7 back. Hopefully he can't grief us too hard. And we have the ranging, unfortunately, because this only gives us the 6. I don't want to take 2. Against an Aryan, you just got to watch your health. So we have to do this, which does make us lose a lot of gold. But
how can
we'll
I
do
be
that
of
to get some
service,
gold back.
friend of Al-Kharid?
Is that fine? Yeah, we don't have any weapon on. We figure we're only going to have 1 gold, but then we generate another 6. So we should be back up to 7 gold. We can hopefully get to 8. Yeah, I think this will hopefully work. This will also... I mean, this puts us up to 5, so if we draw what's-his-face, the ogre dude, that might help.
That's this story written.
Let's see. Alright, he's expecting gold too. He's not getting it. It's always dangerous to play this, you know, because you don't know what I'm going to do. So that's good. That's more damage to him. He's going to lose that base. But maybe he's buying the spellbook. Yep, so he didn't really need it anyway. So we have to play around these cards. These cards are huge. I always forget what they are. Vengeance is going to do a lot of damage to me no matter what I do. But creatures, I have to watch out because that boosts creatures. You know, that adds health to a creature, and that just does a ton of damage. Okay, he was hoping to have, you know, more gold from the custom, so this will knock it off. He doesn't have enough gold to pay for it.
Welcome.
Oh, baby, that's a lot more damage going to him. So I think we can be relatively careful. He's only going to have the 1 base. So we're going into Chapter 4, but he has all those free spells from the spellbook. So just don't play creatures the next couple chapters. We have 5 base. He has 1. We're hopefully going to be okay. So somebody remind me of that when I misplay. Black Marketeer OP. In fact, we're probably just going to sustain a little bit with the Jubilee. Maybe get rid of a Cannonball. I'm thinking Gluttonous Behemoth is not a good card to play right now. Let's see what spells he gets. We know Vengeance is coming, so I want to do my best to sustain too. You know what's funny? Let's think this through, boys, because if I have 10 gold, I can afford Death Touch Darts next chapter. However, depending on what cards he plays, but the Behemoth might come back, you know, with health. He may boost it and boost attack and all kinds of stuff. That's stupid. I mean, to even play it right now, it's not like I need any help, but Vengeance is going to hit me.
That's this story written.
I'm just thinking of maybe, you know, doing this, which gives me that 10 gold. If he doesn't gold grief me, I can attempt the darts. I may just death touch darts and do nothing, because there's no reason to gamble here. How big will the Jubbly Bird get? Because I'll have 6 attack. Alright, so he's just coming at me. That's 12 damage. He only played 3 cards. Alright, we know that's not going to hit, so that's good. So boost is gone. Because the 3 health to Gluttonous, potentially. Alright, the group heal is gone. Cool. I say we just death touched into Gluttonous? Is there, what can go wrong with that? I want to do it right away so he can't gold grief me and any other shenanigans. Let's see if we get a concede out of him.
For the final act.
Ketsec seems like a great play here. I mean, death touch into Ketsec isn't the worst, but yeah, you know what? I think you're right. So there's no way you can even grief it, and I could actually just try to put this on at the end. Yeah, because I'd be at 1 health, right? So it's going to hit me for 18, but then it puts me right back to full. That's a good call, Barbecue. Very nice, very nice. Didn't even see that, sir. That way, you know, there's hopefully no grief shenanigans, but I don't even know how I really could. It'd be at 0. I'd have 11
That's
attack.
this story written.
Unless he has, because even if he had something that did damage based on this, like last game when I got rocked by the Ketsec, the dazing shot I think it was. Yeah, because this only hits me for 18. I'm not doing this math wrong, right, guys? So it'll hit me 3 times. And normally it'll tell you if it kills you, right? I guess that's fine. I mean, there's no reason to get stupid here, right? He does play 3 cards. Yeah, you're good. It's lit up so you can kill it. Thanks, Barbecue. Yeah, I know sometimes it tells you, oh, that, you know, that creature is too strong for me. Alright. Certainly trying. Alright, not sure what that's going to do. Alright, boys. We beat another Arian. Hope Devour, OP. He's only got to hit me 23 times. Sounded like it hurt.
The drinks are on me.
I probably didn't do it as well as she does. Alright, cool. We're wandering around. Well, it's nice that this run has actually gone as many wins as my past 3 combined. Last 3 were rough. The Raptor, Venescula, and it was Ozan, so we got hopefully a little retribution with Ozan so far. We got 5. Paid for almost 2/3 of the run, can't complain. Alright. Sometimes it takes A little bit of time. The game is trying to find somebody that's as bad as me, and that takes a while. Man, this guy misplays a lot.
Going second works fine for me.
Uh-oh, going second. I always forget to check the names. This one's Montezuma. I don't know who it was last game. That's one thing I don't record. I maybe should. I'm hoping somebody smart builds a program. I was using Hearthstone Deck Tracker, which was awesome for Hearthstone. It does it all for you behind the scenes. Alright, another Aryan, but we go second. Wow, we actually have gone first the last 4 games prior to this one. And it was a win-loss, a win-win. This is our 3rd Aryan in our 7th game. Alright, we go second. Fenk is sometimes dangerous going second because they may Fenk slot 1. You could mimic Solomon. I don't know. Full Dark may actually be useful this matchup, as Arian's a jerk. She staggers me when I'm not expecting it. Like, you know, slot 2, that could be bad. I think we're still going to attempt the Fenk. We're going to hold the Solomon. We'll get rid of the Mimic. We just have so many. Of course, there's none here. You know what, Darren, I've barely seen this run, guys. Is he in the deck? Yeah, I have 41k copper. Yeah, I'm stocking up, man. Armageddon, of course. You never know. Well, we got our boy Hope.
The clock is ticking.
We'll just get this out of our hand for now, guys. Hopefully we don't grief ourselves. If he staggers us, we kind of do. Can't really play that. Don't want to waste this on the Solomon. We don't want to lose Hope or Death Touched, I think, right now. So we're hoping to eventually be able to do this into this into this. Let's see. If that's a Mimic, it's bad. Oh, okay. Well, at least it wasn't a Fenkin Strain. That's why going first, Fenkin Strain, something like that, is huge. They expect to take 4 and they take 10. But unfortunately, we don't have a lot of sustain in this deck. And based on her first play, she's going to be coming at us hard. It's Arian's MO. She doesn't want to go to the final battle. She blows you away well before that. Oh, that's gold removal, isn't it? That's really confusing that she wanted to do that damage to us and then give us health. Gold is big for us. Holy smokes, and yep, because she goes first, that's uncontested. That means there's a good chance she's going to kill a Zamorkian or a Lexicus. Alright, I should be paying attention, huh?
That's this story written.
Terriman, Solomon, Hope, or no balls? I don't think I need to do that yet, though. We'll just get that out of our hand, really fill up our... Oh, there's the Lexicus. Now, those can be anything. Oh, wait! Oh, I missed them, guys. Look around that screen fast enough. I'm telling you, one of these days I'll get there. My age, you know, it takes a while to get over there. Holy smokes. Yeah. This is Arian. Hopefully she did it me and forgot about exhaust, but she's probably just buying something expensive here.
Welcome.
Yep. So she's got 3 random spells. She can afford a spell book. Not looking good here. It's not looking good. Who knows what those random spells are? Those always make for entertainment, let me tell you. Yeah, no balls confirmed there, that's for sure. I always hate hope devouring at the last part of the chapter, because then they can, you know, play it without a problem. They know it's coming.
How can I be of service, friend of Al-Kharid?
That's 6, 7. I'll have 7 gold, and this costs 6, boys. I can die right here. Unfortunately, I'm not going to have any use of that weapon because I'm assuming it's going to get griefed. It's 3 times vengeance. Nice, nice. This probably ain't the right play, guys, but I'm out of time. She did play 3 cards. That's GG, boys.
Personally,
Hope Devour
I
kills
hope
me.
it does not come to that. Welcome. It is good to see you again.
Well done.
Ah, I hate Ariane. So I can't afford the Death Touched. And he's going to hit me for about 851. GG! Grief works, man. Grief works. Well played, Montezuma. Well played.
You know, I've never got used to losing.
I could have obviously just tried to continue to stock up on gold. You know, do that next chapter. Ouch, boys. Ariane. 7 times 6 equals 851. Yep. That's my math, guys. Alright, let's see if we have another Ariane. That's alright, you can't win them all, right? As the scores on my screen show, you can't win them all. Most important thing, guys, when things like that happen, you know, try not to go on tilt. Just chalk it up. You know, it's a game, and one thing I really like about this game is the strategy. You know, you have to try to get ahead of your opponent. All right, what can they play? What, you know, can happen? You know, gold grief is always a possibility. Before I played those cards, I even said, you know, I'm only going to have 1 gold over, but I wasn't expecting the ally to get griefed. What if he played the pirate that removed 2 gold? I was, you know, dead that way too. So that's why you have the start game button to play again. You have to forget about that game, and next game's independent of that one. And sometimes, obviously, my plays do affect me. I know last time I streamed where my scores were awful, I guessed wrong, I think, every time. When I would go second, you know, if I actually had a weapon carrying over, I'd say, all right, my opponent's going to have grief, so I'm just going to play, you know, something that, you know, doesn't matter. A creature that doesn't matter. I'll play an ally to remove my weapon. I was like, it's going to get grief. Then they didn't, and I had a better creature. You know, I had a big creature I could have killed with that weapon. And then the one time I had the weapon and said, well, I'm going to go for it, hope they don't have the grief. I think it was the rat, maybe a Calphite, whatever it was, came out and killed my weapon. It's like, all right. So, you know, it's what can they have and do they have it. See, and now because I lost another game, it's like, all right, this guy's win rate's like 3%. Ah, it's the same guy. Really? All right, guys. Well, he knows we have a Death Touch. He knows we have a Hope Devour. Now, question for you. That was a Brugson that killed me, right? Is that... That's an ally. He drafted that. That doesn't come off of What's-His-Face, right? That doesn't come off of Lexicus. That's the kind of stuff I don't know very well, guys. Alright, another errant. We do go first, and I see Mr. Marketeer in my hand. I'm just adding that stuff to my database. I see Mr. Marketeer, which is huge. That's an ally, right? Yeah, so that didn't come from that. So he drafted that. So we have to remember, that's that adds 4 cost to my next support. We know we want to play this. We can attempt to then mimic and Nastroth. We don't think he'll play it chapter 1 somehow, right? We could also just simply, you know, KGP. So that tells me we want to generate a boatload of gold with this deck. I mean a boatload. We're doing that and hope that screws him. Be like, ha-ha! Alright, Brugson doesn't completely destroy us here, you know, if he affords it somewhere. I mean, we may not get the Nastroth off, depending on if he mimics and plays it or something. But actually he can't, because his card won't get off for his gold. Black Marketeer will block it. We are taking, you know, 5 damage here. Effectively, you know, will be the same here. We take the 2 damage to our health, put 2 armor on. Let's try it. Alright, he did the same thing last game. Yep, and even he played it, and then he played Gnome Healer slot too. We are going to be low, of course. We know he has a spell book. Alright, we do have enough gold, because he tried to grief us with the pirate, so we did play around that. Because Nastroth is 4. His first turn looks very familiar to me. I expected to have 5 gold. I doubt that's going to matter here. Nope. It's up to 6 gold already, though, boys. Think a Bob the Cat can find its way miraculously into my deck. That'd be awesome. I did not know that Brugson is the tutor when you first go to the Grand Exchange and is therefore an ally. I am a noob, no question about that. I have never played RuneScape, guys. Alright, I don't think we want a KGP yet. Danger of not playing is he may have a card that removes cards from me, you know, Ghost Ship or whatever other miraculous cards there are, so I may lose something like that.
That's this story.
If I play the KGP to simply increase my base here, I'm going to lose Kelly, Warlord, or Behemoth. Do I want to lose? Behemoth might be big. You know, in this matchup, I'm going to be taking a boatload of damage. I need to afford the darts into it if I can draw a Death Touch. We saw what happened last game when I tried to Hope Devour. Getting up to 4 base now means if I get a Solomon, I could try to kill Lady Kelly with a one-shot. I think we do it. I think we do it, guys. I'm playing this first, so he can't Brugson it. Nope, he's buying his spellbook.
It is good to see you again. Welcome. It is good to see you again.
There it is. He didn't play around Bob or any grief. Well, that was Lady Kelly. That was the one we had a potential to one-shot. Potential to one-shot depending on draws, but pretty much don't want to play a creature ever again this game. And Vengeance, oh wow, we're pretty much dead. He's gonna have a full hand. Guys, draft Arian is what the message is here. For me, I can't, because I play by my own little rules where I have to play all the legends. I think we just do this, and I'm afraid of this thing getting boosted and everything. But we may die here because he has Vengeance. We know he has a Greater Demon.
That's this story written.
I know Jubbly looks sexy, but I could wind up taking a bunch of damage from the Jubbly. Although I'd be at 6 attack. Let's try it. Alright, perfect. It's the 3 health puts it at 6 and we're at 6, so we did play around that. Oh wow, he's what's its facing? Demoning again? Oh no, soldier. More gold. Alright, he's still got all kinds of cards in. There comes that for 11. What does he still have, guys? I always forget what cards are in which book. Now, we know he has the Brugson. I can't afford to try to Frankenstrain Darts Gluttonous. If we can Frankenstrain and live this turn, we can Darts and Behemoth. So we'll have exactly 10 gold. He's got add 2 health, thanks BCD. We do take 2 from this. I don't want a Solomon for the 4 armor. We're hoping to be able to Death Touched without it getting griefed at the beginning of next chapter into Gluttonous, and then hoping that carries us through. He's still got a lot of gold, a lot of health. He hasn't increased his base, but that's not Arian's MO. She's just to burn you down. Solomon Behemoth? Yeah, because that puts it at 21. That would work. I think I'm going to just try this for now, BCD. You're probably right. That'd probably be a better play because she may gold grief us again. But I think she might use Brugson here. This probably won't hit her. We're hoping it does. Oh, wow. She must be putting on a big weapon or something. Wasn't that a 12-9? What was that thing? Oh, okay. Strength plot. That's just as good as a weapon for the next slot here. Right. Heals her up quite nicely. Gives her that base. And more gold. Alright, well. Do we simply death into Behemoth? If we could afford a Solomon at the end, that'd be great. We might be able to. Brugson's probably going to screw us. Or do I just hope he doesn't do anything with that weapon? Is this too safe? Chances are he has weapon removal, so I mean I have an option to simply remove the 6-2 and try to put the 3-3 on. If he Brugsons it, you know, this cost, I'd only have 3 gold. This will cost 4, so these never even happen. He goes second, so he may remove my weapon anyway, but this is 12 damage, this is only 9, but it's 4 health. We have one more base. You would ally Solomon? Yeah, I'm debating it. I'm definitely debating it here. I said it's less damage and a little more health. Chances are he's going to Brugson anyway. You know, if he drew it. Now, it's bad if he Brugson's like 3rd slot. If I remove my weapon, I have 6 gold. This goes up to 8 cost. I can't afford it. I think that's bad. You know, if he Brugson's here thinking I'm buying a big weapon here, you know, he doesn't have weapon removal, I don't think I'm going to do it for that reason. I mean, he may just Brugson slot 1, which means, you know, these two are both moot because they don't get off. But if he does it slot 3, you know, my ally goes off first because I'm first slot 3. I have no weapon, and I can't pay for the Solomon. So we're just going to try this, guys. It'll put us at 30. We have hopefully a weapon, and we have the, you know, the full health. Okay, we're at the same thing here. That's bad. What's that 1 gold? Let's see, come on, let us get our revenge. He's at 4 gold. Is he Solomoning? He is Solomoning. Ning, 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 ning. He gets 1 extra swing, but at 18, I think we're both at 30. We're at the same base. He gets the 1 extra swing, but we hit him for 18. He hits us for 18 effectively. Yeah, boys, we won. Barely. We got our revenge, at least.
And the crowd goes wild.
I don't know if the crowd's exactly going wild. I think I put him to sleep there, Ozan. Ooh. I'm the thief. But it's not like I have Bob the Cat. I'm not stealing anything. Alright, alright. We should put a note in there. Retribution. Alright, got a little bit lucky that game. This is a big game, guys. If you can go at least 7 wins, it's called going infinite, because if you can consistently average 7, it means your runs continue to pay for themselves, and all you're doing is getting packs. Because right now, you know, my rewards are 1,267 copper, 157 shards, and the pack. Pack you get always. These start, I believe, after 4 wins. 4 and up, you start to get some shards. And then copper, you know, you get a little bit every time you win a game. So, 1 more, it means we have at least 1,500 copper, so it pays for the run. So, next game is pretty big. I did get my revenge on Montezuma, BC. That is correct. That's awesome. He was a jerk store last game. Brugson, Berkinson, and us, whatever that card's name is. Death Touch cards that no one can afford.
For a purpose. Nobody summons Megatron.
Mactabeth, thank you very much for that follow, sir. Appreciate it. And for those that don't know, that is from the 1986 Transformers animated movie. Because I was a kid, guys, and I'm really old. And that was Unicron. Obviously summoning Megatron. My favorite Transformer. And from back in the day, too. The new ones, he's cool, but back in the day, he was a Walther P-38. He was just awesome. Alright, well, it's Patrick time this time. No pun intended. We do go first. I don't see Mr. Black Marketeer in our hand. We'll definitely try for it, though. Do we keep Allie and KGP? KGP's great to counter that stagger that's going to happen. I'm not going to hold the Death Touch. I mean, no matter what I draw, it could be dangerous to lose. And if I draw my Hope Devourer... So right now I'm thinking of simply KGP. It depends on what I draw, but...
How can I be of service?
Alright, we definitely want to get the gold going with this deck. And I'd rather get 3 gold for free than... Essentially, I'd be taking no damage here unless something happens. But, you know, we're going to boost our attack up to 3. We're going to one-shot this. You know, make him lose a card. And then just generate some gold. So we should have 7 gold at the end of this chapter. We are going to lose one of these 2, and this is a decent card. So if we're going to discard, that'd be great, because we could afford this next chapter. That'd put us up to 4 base, 7. So when we draw the Hope Devourer, we can kill that. Yeah, we got plans, guys. But if it discards this, oh well. It's a 50-50. Ooh, Slime Toes is a very good card, guys. Recommend drafting him if you see him. Alright, we did lose the Kel fight, so it's working according to plan so far. Let's see if we make him lose. If you guys got any Chuck Norris jokes, please throw them in the chat, too. Oh, wow, Asphyxiate. Asphyxiate, guys. What that card does, you'll see it here on the screen fast. It deals damage to your opponent equal to their next creature's attack times 2.
It is good to see you again.
So the bad thing about that is if he asphyxiates slots 1 and I'm able to get my Hope Devourer, it does 14 damage to me.
Welcome.
And he does have 2 of them in his hand, so you kind of got to play around those. One of the nice things about Arian is not only are her cards OP, you have to play around her cards, so you usually have less than optimal turns. So, you know, if you play into them, you're in trouble, and if you don't play into them, you're doing nothing. Right now, I don't think we're going to do anything. We're not even going to Mimic. You know, if she does some more damage to us, we could attempt to Mimic Darok one of these turns. But, you know, there's no... We can't even... We could afford this with this into this, but its ability is just too good to waste here. Hopefully she blows an Asphyxiate here. So, we're not we're playing around it, but just because we don't have any cards. But we'd have to think about that anyway. You know, if we had the Hope Devour, do we still
That's
guild
this
in the Hope
story
Devour?
written.
Maybe not. Because it would do a boatload of damage to us. So we're kind of playing around because we have no choice, but we may anyway.
I should
Yep,
play
we're
some
not playing
cards.
anything. See, and there's the Asphyxiate, so we played nothing, so that's just a waste of a gold for her. Alright, she did come at us for a little more damage. Like I said, Arian's goal, last game we went to the final battle, and it was close. Ouch. 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 Alright. That's not good. She still has one Asphyxiate. So chances are we'll be playing around it again. So even if we, you know, kept the ranging guild there, I wouldn't want to have played, you know, one of these cards. You know, I wouldn't want to play the ranging guild into this because it's going to kill me. You know, this would kill me because it would do 24 to me, and this would do 16. So right now we don't have much to do. I could actually, no, either way, I'll play it in slot 1. Unfortunately, we're not generating gold. Alright, then Alley Oxen free. I actually did 2 damage with that and gained 2 health, so that was cool.
Welcome.
Didn't expect that to hit off
good to see
Arian,
you
but
again.
nice. Ah. I just say that because, you know, the closer we get to dark, the better. It had to go through the armor first. And we lost our mimic, so we can't put ourselves mortal. Alright, that would have got us farther away from mortal. Alright, she's hoping for her spellbook. If she doesn't play it in Chapter 4, it's worthless in Chapter 5. She still has an Asphyxiate, so we got to play around that. I think we just simply Marketeer. It's probably not going to do anything. It's going to give us a gold, though. And we have to play around that second Asphyxiate. She did not play it there. So I think we do this. We play this at the end in case she customs officer or something. Not that she really needs the gold. But she might want to generate more gold for the last chapter to buy a big weapon or something. She does go second. There's nothing I can do if we make it to the end of the game to contest the weapon. You saw last game the guy put the Solomon on. I do have a rat in the deck, but it wouldn't do anything at the end of the last chapter. Hopefully she plays that second Asphyxiate here, or else I'm not really sure what I'm going to be able to do. Well, she gave us some gold, but she also increased her base to 3. Because if she still has it in her hand, that means I really can't play a creature next chapter. Alright, she did play it, so that's good. Ooh, she's willing to tank. Oh, never mind. That's 2 more Asphyxiate, so I can't really play anything, guys.
Welcome. It is good to see you again.
That kind of stinks. Yeah, because she's gonna, you know, probably play at least 1, and I can't afford to take any damage here.
Now for the final act.
Alright, I think we do this, this. Do we have enough gold? That's 17. It puts us back down to 13, 14, but this costs 6. Yeah, we shouldn't run out of gold here. Asphyxiate does absolutely nothing to us. We increase our base. You know, we're hoping she maybe does a weapon removal in slot 2 or 3. Maybe she puts a weapon on here so we still have our weapon.
That's this
You can always
story
gamble
written.
with the full Darok. She may just come at us with a bunch of damage, guys. $17. That puts us... Gold Grief would hit us, though. Because we're going to be at 17 gold. This will put us back to 13, 12, 11. We might not be able to afford the weapon. I think we do this. We do take 2 damage. Let's see, boys. Let's see if we get to 7. It's anybody's game, I think. She played 4 cards, Kale being the first one. That could be really bad for us. Because unfortunately, Frankenstrain did nothing but cause 2 damage to us. Greater Demon, maybe? Okay, we know the Asphyxiate's doing nothing. I doubt she carries this on all the way through. I mean, you're better off playing Kale in the last slot.
Well done.
Alright, Solomon. Oh, I mean, she probably has weapon grief, unfortunately, in the last slot, boys. I think she won. Oh! That's some damage coming at me. 20, I think we 3-shot her, though. Oh, and she 2-shots us, boys. What a game, what a game! That was awesome. Couldn't find any gold grief as Ozan, guys. Look how much she had here.
Now feel the power of my magic.
She had 3 health. Even going first, not OP. What could I have done differently that chapter, guys?
I came a respectable second.
There had to have been something I could have done to win that game. That stinks. 6 wins. It's not the worst. Compared to my last 3 runs, I'll take it. But it's always disappointing. That was a really good game. I enjoyed that. Frankenstrain did lose me that game. You are correct, BCD. Alright, let's add those rewards. 1267, 157, and a pack. Alright, alright. Yeah, that was a little disappointing. I mean, I was hoping the Frankenstrain would grief her. It didn't. Let's update our score, unfortunately. We've done worse, boys. We've done worse. Just look at the prior runs. How many do we got on the bottom here? Jeez. Alright. Hopefully they're not hanging too far off the screen. Ah, it looks okay. Alright. It's about quarter to 12. I usually go to about 12, but let's get a draft in. We'll talk the draft, probably play a game, and see how it goes. For any regulars also, I normally stream Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. I did change it this week. I am not streaming tomorrow night, but I will be back Tuesday with some more Chronicle too. Last week, if anybody's interested in Atari 2600 games, we streamed that. That was a lot of fun. I had the cartridges, the Atari set up. We had it all. Alright, who do we have to pick? We played Raptor at 2 and 3, and we actually have to take Arian, boys. We're not taking her just because she's OP. We have rules here. And, you know, what are we if we don't follow our own rules? The way we do it is we have to pick the class that's been the longest since we've played them. Arian is that class right now. Our last Arian run was a 9 and 3. Prior to that was a 2 and 3. So I'm all over the board when I play. So I'll kind of explain my draft. I'm actually even going to open up the tier list just to see if I disagree with some things or not. For those that don't know, let me find it. Some streamers created, and where is it? There it is. A tier list. These are very good players. You can see the names on there: Interjection, Zolx, Unforgiven, Wolf. And there's some others too. I'm not leaving anyone out intentionally, but for anybody that's playing, definitely recommend using this tier list. It just tells you, all right, you know, what cards are better than others. You still have to, you know, pilot them yourself, but you know, sometimes you look at a card and you think it's great and it's not. I'm thinking of like the Hearthstone, like Raid Leader. Sometimes, oh wow, give all my other creatures 1 attack, but it's not a very good card. It's only a 3 mana 2/2. So in this game, you know, there are cards that maybe do the same thing here. So we have to take Arian. Just let me double check that. Yep, Raptor was 2 and 3. Arian was well before that. So we're taking hopefully the OP class. Let's get our database. Today is still technically the 19th. We are Arian. Alright. Now my draft, guys. I talked through my picks. I'll actually look at the tier list a little bit. Like I said, I sometimes deviate from it, and I have no idea what I'm doing, so that's okay. You know, I have fun when I play games. Like, I don't think Mithril Dragon's very good. Like, these are all... The way the tier list is set up is very cool, the way these guys did that. There are tabs on the top for the different legends. And they don't even have one for Neskula. They just assume nobody's going to draft her. I pick her because I have to play everybody. But the other 4, they do. And so, you know, you go to the tab for the legend you're playing. And in this case, it's Arian. And then they even have it grouped by, you know, Sapphire / basic cards, the Emeralds, Rubies, and Diamonds. So I'm going to look at the Emeralds. I think this is bad. Let's see where they rank it. They rank it as terrible. They rank this on 1 to 10. So if anybody clicked that link, it is safe. It's not a virus or anything, guys. It's just a Google Doc. You know, you'll see exactly what I'm looking at. Where, you know, they have the Mithril Dragon. I think it's a bad card. I agree with them. KBD, you know, the gold looks awesome, but it's hard to kill. So I personally rank it low. Let's see where they have it. Maybe they have it a little bit higher. I don't know. I just think it's hard to kill. They have it as terrible also. It's just hard to kill. Grief is so prevalent in Dungeoneering. You know, this health is going to go up, and you know, if you saw that one game where I couldn't afford my Death Touch darts and I had to, you know, I went into a Hope Devour, you know, they just kill you. Solomon, I think, is top tier. Let's see. He is considered, yep, he's considered an 8. Excellent. So we know we're probably taking him. I like Entangle. Where do they put Entangle? They actually put it as below average. I like it because you usually have a lot of cards and it gives you reach. It is a little expensive, you know, it's 3 gold, but I don't really like Elrond. They put him as below average. So I have these two they consider a 2, these considered a 4, and this is an 8. That's a no-brainer. I love Solomon. I'm taking Entangle. I really like the reach. You hope to have a lot of cards in Ariane, you know. So say, you know, you even have 4 cards left after you play it all in the chapter. It's 4 damage to something, so it you know, allows you to hit something that has 6 health. There's the card that just screwed me. Where do they rate him? I don't even really like Brugson. He just seems so expensive, and he sometimes misses. Yeah, they have him as below average. This card, I think, is awful for Dungeoneering. There's no guarantee you're going to get that synergy. Oops. They probably have this low, I would assume. For some reason, I can't even find it. That's how good it is. Okay, it's 3. It's considered bad. So this is a 4. That's a 3. Chieftain's okay. Let's see where they put him. They have him as a 7. Is good. I don't like Penguin Sheep. This card's very good. You know, there's like a 1 AP Aryan constructed deck or something like that. BCD, I just saw your comment now. Raid leaders OP. I don't care what anyone else says. Oh, that's the great thing, guys. You don't have to follow the tier list, man. You draft whatever you want, whatever you have fun with. But I don't think this works. Lowering your AP is so dangerous in Dungeoneering unless you have like a Requiem's Bomb or something to bring it back up and hope it's in your hand. It's bad enough when you're facing all the Linzes with the Dust Devils or the Aryans with the Staggers. You know, doing it yourself for the 5 gold is dangerous. They consider this a bad card. And Elrond, again, is bad, so you know, these are not that great cards. I guess we'll go with the Chieftain for hopefully some damage. My goal with Aryan is always, you know, try to finish the game before you get to the final battle. You know, she usually has a lot of burst, and that's, you know, she's a mage. She just pew pew, blowing spells up at you. So I guess we take the Chieftain. We saw what Brugson can do. I mean, Elrond I think can be okay if you can get up to 3 base or you have a little weapon. You play at slot 1, hopefully going first. You know, you play no other creatures to grief yourself. But I think we're going to take the Brugson. I'm hoping to generate a lot of gold. Aryan usually has, you know, the spell books and other expensive things. Alright, this is, you know, these are basic / Sapphire cards, guys. Without looking at the tier list, I think this is a no. Even though it's 3 base. And look at the synergy I could have had with the Crumble. I think this is a, well, I mean, this is remove 10 health. I almost think that, no, I almost think it's the armor and a Calphite. Let's see how they rate these. Adamant armor's average. It's a 5. Good old Stinky Sanders there. He is like, you know, if you have Cannonball synergy, it could certainly work. You know, if you get Lady Zay. But I personally try to get decent standalone cards in Dungeoneering. You know, trying to hope for synergy. When it works, it's fun. I've tried it before, and it's a lot of fun, but it's very inconsistent. You know, you never know how many wins you're going to get. You never know how many wins you're going to get in any run, but where do they list Stinky here? Yeah, he's considered below average, so we have an average, below average. Undead Dragon they have above average. Unholy Curse Bearer is literally a brick. It's a 1. Which is, you know, it does have 3 base. It is dangerous because you remove the health, but, you know, I think Calphite's top tier, though. Yeah, he's considered good, so anytime you can get weapon removal. You saw I only had the Rat last run. Didn't draw him a ton. In fact, I don't even know if he did anything in, what, I played 9 games? I think 1 game he may have hit a weapon. I don't remember. I'm going to go Calphite. I'm actually taking, oh, you see, the thing is with Aryan, this is sustain. And this is, you know, try to blow up your rival. I mean, obviously this card's griefable. Right now I have no way to beat it up easily. It's going to do a lot of damage to me. But My usual Arian, I think those couple runs that you see on the screen where I had 12 runs, I remember one I had 0 sustain. I had no armor or health, and it just worked because I was just blowing my opponents out of the water. I think we will try the undead because of that. We'll see, who knows, maybe the deck will shape up differently and I'll regret that pick. Alright, I don't think this is very good. You saw I had one of these in the run. I mean, it's just 2 armor. Wind strikes, a little bit of damage. This can be huge. Where do they rate that? I don't even usually see that card. They have him as a bad. Right now, the only thing I have is Entangle. So it doesn't really work. I think Dagonoth is great, but maybe less so in What's-Her-Face. But based on these cards, this draft hasn't been the greatest quality so far. I mean, Wind Strike is my MO, is just for damage. They have him at a 5. Wind Strike they actually have as a 7. So, I mean, it does fit. I don't think the Calcite Egg Chamber is going to do... Yeah, they have that as a terrible. They have this as... What did I say this thing was? Like, bad. Like I said, the Sentinel just doesn't fit what I'm trying to do. It's still above average. We have a chance to entangle it and maybe even one-shot it. I doubt it, though. It is potentially sustained. Normally you're taking 8, though, so... Hey Val, yeah, Curse Bearer can be killed with Medini. It's a bit awkward with Mage because usually not too much healing. Yeah, I know that one draft, like I said, I had none. You know, I'm just trying to blow my opponent down. Yeah, I like the Emissary, I'm with you. Okay. Yeah, the Dragon, yeah, Enfeeble, guys, I haven't seen it yet, but if I draw it, Enfeeble's a pretty good card. Well, I think what's it do? Remove like 5 attack from your next creature or something like that? It's a good card. I think we're going to take the Dagonoth here, though. Ooh, okay. That's sustained, but I think this has got to be... I wonder how they consider this. Let me go back to that tab. I think this would be so bad in Arian because... Oops, got to type it right. Yeah, it's considered a 2 because the card that this generates, the Monkfish, it adds 8 health to both yourself and your rival. So it's counterproductive. You usually want to blow your opponent away, and yet you're going to heal him. So that card's pretty bad. I like Nastaroth. Like I said, it's not really... it is considered excellent. You know, normally in Arian, you know, you're trying to blow your opponent away, but keeping your base allows you to maybe get some creatures that do some damage. So, I think Nastaroth is very good. Mischievous Imp more or less cycles itself. They consider it a 5. It is average. It's nothing spectacular. Grotworm is a lot of gold, but sometimes hard to get. That's considered average, but that's a lot of gold. The Snail is a little bit of sustain. I actually like the Snail. Right now, I'm only 5 rounds in, but I'm lacking gold. In fact, where the gold is coming from is not good. I'm hoping to draw eventually, you know, the alleys, potentially mimics. That's dangerous because I don't have a lot of sustain. It's either one of these two, I think. Although, with the Solomon, I can hopefully kill the Grot and only take 5. You know what, we're going to take the Grot. It's going to make this look so weird, though, because with all that gold in one guy, we're going to try the Grotworm, guys. Might not be the best. It is griefable. You have all these big creatures. That's the other... Oh, wow. Diamond, guys. There's only guarantee on this on round 15, but they can happen anytime throughout the draft. The problem with taking a lot of big creatures, too, it happened in my Raptor run the other day, is that they just clogged my hand. You can't play them. At least with spells, even if you don't have the gold, you can get rid of the things to draw new cards. These are stuck in your hand. So right now, this draft is not looking good. Alright, let's take a quick look at the tier list. Without glancing, I mean, I like Dark, I like Certifi, and I like Rollo here. I don't like this card. And Bill Rock is just, again, it's another creature, and it doesn't fit in this deck right now. Yeah, they have Dark and Rollo at excellent. Certifi at good. You know, these are, because they consider 8s, this they considered 7s. Yeah, Bill Rock they consider average. If you can kill this, you know, it's obviously can be very good. And Wise Old Man, they have literally a brick. So do I want sustain? Or potentially base? We know we're taking Rollo. I guess I didn't have to take Rollo, but... Eeny, meeny, Eeny, miny, mo. I think I'm gonna take... increase my base if I can get a weapon. I think I'm actually gonna take the Darok. Tiffy might be better there though, guys. That was a tough pick. Need more cannonball synergy. I think Spellbook's an auto pick every time you see it. They've got to be considered. Yeah, these are insta picks. Both Spellbooks, guys, Ancient and Lunar, they consider them insta picks, no question. I think this is junk. You saw me kind of having this work in Ozan, but I don't think it's going to work with Ariane. This, if I draw 50 ships Mufasa, or if I get one to draft, it's going to want me to do that. I don't really like this. I don't like these 3 cards. I think I have to default to these 2. Barker Toad's actually considered average, but a lot of that depends. Do you have cannonballs? I have no cannonballs right now. Gluttonous Behemoth, they consider, yeah, terrible. Black Demon, it's actually average. I don't really like it. Ghost Ship, they consider bad, but I'm going to take the Ghost Ship in the spellbook. Again, I just have so many big creatures. I'm going to have trouble with this deck, I think. Big trouble. Well, Meg Synergy. We could potentially Rolo into Meg into Ghost Ship, make it be free. You know, KBD is going to be hard to kill, guys, and I have just so many big creatures. I think we just have to go Trickster and Meg. This deck is not looking very good right now, even though it's Arian, which is OP. Man, they really wanted me to have Cannonball Synergy. Oh, okay, I'm sorry, I'm checking up to your comments now, Val. Darok, Tiffy, yep. Rolo is fine, too. Yeah, exactly. If I was Mortal, I could have tried both of them. Right now, what this deck is lacking is gold. It shows 15, but a lot of that's off of, you know, almost half of it's off Grotworm, 7 of it. So I don't have easy gold in this deck. This is pretty bad. I like SGS, guys. It's not usually how Arian plays with weapons. Let's see. These are considered basic cards. I think it's a good card. Let's see what the tier list says. Dagonoth Sentinel is above average. We do have 1, but again, we have to be careful because we have so many big creatures. Our hand is going to get clogged. Stinky Sanders there is a 4. I definitely don't want him. Divine Storm is damage. It's considered excellent. And that's, like I said, that's usually my MO for Arian. Ravenous Stale is considered above average. A nice little card. And, you know, the SGS is considered above average in Arian. This deck is really lacking in gold. I don't think I could take the SGS because I'm not going to be able to afford it right now. This deck is in trouble. I think I simply take the Divine Storm and the Ravenous. I'm going to get clogged with big guys, I think. I'm not sure I'm going to win with this deck. Hope my opponent miscounts. Alright. Another Meg for some gold. I think Frankenstrain for gold. I'm taking another Trickster. I like the Trickster. Another Meg. I mean, I do have the Ghost Ship. The only way I really kill that is, you know, without taking damage. So I think Rolo. I really want to waste Solomon's charge on it, but or if I somehow increase my base. The only base I have is Dagonoth, and I do have Nastroth. I think we're going to go with the Trickster, though. Although, did we see... I don't think we saw 1 Linza last round. Let me double check. We did not. We saw 5 Arian in 9 games. People find out what the OP class is. Look what I'm playing, Arian. Alright. I really like Zamorkian. And as long as I don't lose base, Solomon's my way to kill it. I also have that little bit of reach with Entangle, so maybe that'll come in handy. I think I take a 3rd Trickster to get rid of all those Tetsu Katanas. Although Ogre Chieftain, like again, I just have so many big creatures. We're going safe. I really like Full Tetsu. He's out. That's kind of out. I don't have goblins. Well, actually, I got Tricksters. That's funny, but yeah. Tetsu, like I said, that's not even her MO. But by default, I think I have to take these two. The problem is I can't afford these cards, guys. I have not gotten any gold gain. Where's my allies? I had them all last run. What am I supposed to do with these cards? I don't have reach to kill these things. I mean, if I can afford a Garage, I can 2-shot it, but See, this deck is a lot different than my normal Arian decks. I don't think I'm going to do that well this run, guys. Normally, I have very little sustain and just a bunch of burst and spell books that I can afford. I don't have gold. I ain't going to be able to buy anything. I mean, KBD, but how do I kill it other than Garajo? Potentially... Eesh. It's a 12-win deck, BCD. But I say trust you, but you've seen me pilot decks before. I like Crassian. Hopefully we can get to him pretty easily. We do have the Rolo, you know, the Nastroth. So we'll get more draw. I think we just take a second Zamorkian, guys. Hey, gold. Desperately need some gold. Alright, definitely Alley. I don't think I want a Gnome Healer. And I could have, you know, do what a lot of people do, Mimic Gnome Healer. It's always a decent play, actually. I think I'm just going to take the Flash Mob. I mean, this, you hope only does 4 damage to you at most for 4 gold. But if this gets Fenkenstrained or something, it's deadly. This, you know, is going to do 5 damage. If you increase your base, you can only take 2 damage off of this, maybe. I think we'll take the Flash Mob over to Mimic. We do have some sustain, but we'll still take Flashy. Alright, garbage. I might have to take the Party Hat. I think this is garbage. That's pretty much garbage. This can be huge, but very situational. And I almost think you have to get lucky with it. You know, if your opponent carries a weapon over, they're going second, you can somehow kill that easily, but it's still going to do some damage to me. It really works in the final chapter, but I always hope not to make it to the final chapter. I'm not sure what I'm doing with this deck though, guys. I think by default it's Rolo and Party Hat. We do have some draw. We did get that Crassy, and we have the 2 Rolos to cycle. Alright, guys. And that'll maybe allow us to afford something. I'm not feeling this deck. But I've been so wrong. There are times where I'm like, this is a great deck, and I go 1 or 2 wins. And, oh, I wanted to show you this, guys, too. I think I'm covering it up. Beautiful face there. Don't be scared if you see this. When you start a run right now, it's just a little graphical bug. It shows I have 2 hearts, even though we haven't done anything. It's like, hey, what the deuce? If you simply go back, and oh, I forgot to open the pack, too. We'll do that right now. You know, we are at 3 hearts. Now, after the first game, we'll probably be at 2, but, you know. Let's open that pack, too. Let's see what we get for our 6-win Ozan run. We're going to open up nice and slowly here. Because it's going to be a diamond. Diamond? Diamond. Diamond. And diamond. See how well that worked, huh, guys? We have opened 2 diamonds. I am completely free to play, in case anyone's curious. I've never crafted a diamond. I don't do a ton. I did get up to gold, though, guys. Proud of me? Pretty much just with Agrozan. But you know, I've crafted some of these for, you know, smaller decks, but I've never crafted any diamonds. I don't know if I've ever crafted a ruby. But everything I got is from, you know, my dungeon runs. In fact, that first run tonight was my 50th dungeon run ever. This is my 51st, so we'll probably play 1 game, then I probably will have to hit the hay. But let's see how this deck holds up, guys. I look a little lost. I usually am in life. Usually in the dark and lost. It's perfect. I'm in a dungeon. Definitely appreciate everyone being here, guys. Hopefully I'm teaching you how not to play. Just don't duplicate what I do. Yeah, look at all this gold, but
Please excuse me.
you know, I'm sorry, not generating gold. All the cards that cost gold. Lunar's a win condition. I actually think we hold it. We definitely play the Trickster. If we can generate gold, I could try to Nazi and the Crassian to draw more cards. We do have an alley in the deck. I mean, in theory, we could attempt to, you know, Goblin Alley.
I have summoned you here for a purpose.
Hey,
Nobody summons Megatron.
Kazi, you just summoned me, and that's all right. Thank you very much, buddy, for the follow. Appreciate it. Hopefully you're having a good time. Hopefully I haven't put you to sleep yet. We're actually going to hold these 4, guys. if we can draw our gold cards, you know what I gotta remember to do, and I would like to, if I could find a way to do it easily, just copy and paste the deck list, because that always helps. What can you draw? It's not hard to do. I gotta remember to do it one of these days. I'd be able to paste it up on the screen here, and yeah, I mean, if I don't draw well, the only thing I'm doing is trickstering, then my hand fills up, which is bad because when you get too many cards and you try to play the spell book, but these are all playable. They're all free then, so that's okay. We're gonna do this, guys, because if we can draw one more gold, you know what, we can goblin into, I think we have an alley into Nazi and Necrassian. And that gives us a lot of options to try to generate the gold over the next couple chapters for the spellbook. It's silly. These are kind of counterproductive, though, because I spend the gold, but that's okay. Sorry, opponent. Sorry, Bow 7. Alright, we didn't draw what we wanted. Yeah, see, unfortunately, this doesn't do a whole heck of a lot for us.
My time for preparation runs low.
We tank the 7, boys. We have 2 Rolos in the deck. Problem is I don't like this because then I have way too many cards. I need to do more, I think, turn 1. I don't want to waste that heal. We do have the Ghost Ship, which would be free, but that's 2 gold.
Yay, beer!
I think we do this, boys. Does give us 3 gold. I don't want to tank this yet, I think. Let's see. Ouch. Yeah, we did not draw any Staggers this run, which is an OP card. Yeah, Trickster, Crassian Snail. Probably would have been better. Instead, I just did Meg here for the 2 gold. Oh boy, my opponent's off to a pretty good start. Stop it, Bo. Now that's interesting. Oh, I gotta put down my database too. We were playing a Raptor, we're going second. I mean, he puts the weapon on, you know, without using it yet. Now, he's gonna be uncontested going into the next slot, but... Alright, Raptor, and we are going second. Cool. We're not going to Kel fight yet. You know, if we went first, I definitely would, but because we go second...
Delicious.
That'll put us to 10 cards after the draw. We have enough to afford the Nastroth. You know, assuming we don't get gold griefed or anything, guys. Doesn't do a whole heck of a lot for us. We could Nazi Kel fight. But I gotta afford the spellbook pretty soon. Rolo the start. A great little value card here. You know, he's a little guy to beat up. Gives you a 1/2 weapon. He cycles himself, and he gives you 3 armor. OP. Again, we hope to finish our opponent before we make it to the final battle. I don't know if this deck is going to do it. Oh, actually, I forgot Rolo was drawing us a card too, so we're only drawing 2 fresh cards. But we drew, you know, 3 cards that chapter also. We gotta find some gold. We'd like some gold. Easy gold too. The problem is we have so many cards, the spellbook, what's it do?
I'm ready.
I'm not sure about this chapter, boys. Do I have enough attack here? I don't know if that's right, guys.
Hello, young senor.
Yeah, it means we take more damage. We still hopefully two-shot unless he does some other BS here. Alright, he's just tanking up. Oh! Sorry, BCD. Sorry, guys. I forgot I moved that to show you the dungeon thing. Oh my god. I'm such a noob. Alright, we're in trouble, guys. We have... I have Fang Constraint simply for the gold. I'm only going to take 2 damage. But the opponent has 29 health, 3 base, 3 gold. So, I mean, it's actually a pretty even game. We have 5 gold, 27 health. I'm sorry, he has 39. What did I say? He has 39, so he's ahead. So we both have 3 base. I have no way to remove base in this deck. Can hope he doesn't know what Asphyxiate does. Spellbook's pretty much dead at this point. I think we Hellfight at the end.
I'm ready.
I don't know how we win this game, guys. How do I generate gold easily? I don't think this is good. Oh wait, I didn't want a Brugs in there, guys. I wanted to think about entangling. That does 7, it knocks it to 3. I don't think this is a winning play. He'll probably play around the Asphyxiate. Still have 1 more, so it's a waste of a gold. Hope I didn't do my math wrong here, guys. I've done that before. Ouch. Gold for him. That's a big number. Like 39, guys. It only does 7 to him. You know, it did cost me a gold essentially, but gold is pretty premium right now. I don't think we win this one, guys.
I must prepare
Ellie,
to
where have you
confront
been all
my
game?
fellow adventurer.
How do we win, boys? He's got more health, we got same base, he has
I'm ready.
more gold. I don't see us winning this game.
How can I be of service, friend of
Let's play around the Asphyxiate again. Let's try to put it in a different spot. That's only 6 gold for us, though. Actually, that's fine. I don't think we win. We get 1 extra base, hopefully. Is there a better play here, guys? I mean, I could do 3 damage. If he puts me at mortal, I could try to snipe something. He has played only 1 card. To tank up. Yep, he played around everything. He wins.
Welcome. It is good to see you again.
Yep. Yeah, he was smart. He played around, you know, they asphyxiate both chapters. He didn't have to, you know, he because we're tied for everything, he needed a boatload of health. I have the 1 extra base. I don't think it's going to matter. He's only got to hit me 9 times. Wow, it's actually close. Because he goes first, he wins, I think, because my 9 times would have done 36. It's closer than it looks. Okay. I needed 1 more. Don't say that, BCD! No, 03. Like I said, this ain't... There's ain't. This is not a very good deck, I think. I don't know. I've been wrong about decks. You know, usually my Arian has a lot of burst. This one doesn't. It was weird. I thought this deck wasn't going to have a lot of draw, except I probably didn't mulligan properly. I think I screwed that game up on the mulligan, guys. I was hoping to draw the alley, something, you know, to get some gold. Maybe something else to generate some gold. But the deck, even though it looks like it has some gold generation, and a lot of it's off of big creatures. That's true. I could have drew the Goblin Flash Mob, too. That's alright, boys. Alright, let's try another one. Now, last time I started to run 0-2, I ended the stream and we came back and did not go 0-3, because the one time that Venescula run down there. You guys can see on the left-hand side, we started 0-2. It was late. It was like this, and we played, and we lost. I think that the 2 and 3 Ozan, who's a few down there, we started 0-2. I'm like, nope, we're going to start fresh the next time. We actually squeaked out a couple wins, so... Yeah, trying to get my book off. I probably misplayed. The only issue I had with the book, too, is my hand was so clogged. I don't even know if I would have been able to draw all the cards. If I could have played out 4, you know, to at least get the 4 spellbook cards, but I even held it, too, you know.
The Archmage calls. Please excuse me.
Alright, we are going second again. Now, Ozan can be very nasty with that gold grief, so... when it looks like we're going to get the spellbook, we might not. Going second is not OP. We went second last game and lost. So he could also Black Marketeer me slot 1. To play around that, we're going to Trickster first and then Alley. Because, you know, if it increases the cost of this by 1, the Trickster gives us the gold, we can hopefully afford it. We'll keep the spellbook again. Let's see. This also helps play around... you know, Frankenstrain, playing this here if he plays a Frankenstrain.
My time for preparation runs low.
I think we just win strike.
How can I be of service,
Not alley.
friend of Al-Kharid?
That stinks though. That puts us at 5 gold. We can get up to 8, but when he gold griefs me with Bob or something, it's going to be rough. Fenk, I'm more worried about getting the 3 gold for the 4 damage than, you know, griefing him. Because it's only going to hit his 4th slot because we go second. And this, should I even just play it or hold it? Yeah, we'll play it. Alright, he didn't Fenk me slot 1. That stinks. Alright, well, we lost the full Darok. Oh, God. Cards are flying everywhere. Oh, I lost my full Darok. Guess an eye for an eye there. Oh, he has no more equipment. Ooh, he's taking some damage against Arian. It's somewhat dangerous sometimes, but you know, if he's got any sustain, it'll be fine. Plus, you know, if he kills something here with 1 shot. Yep, and he did the Crassian. So Fenk didn't do anything, but like I said, I was just playing him for the gold. But now he has, you know, the 2 charges with that weapon. There's nothing I can do about. Do I go for the book, boys? Or is he going to gold grief me? Usually with Ozan, you expect a Bob. Bob the Cat is a card that steals 3 gold. I don't have any other way to generate gold without taking a boatload of damage here. He's got 2 slots to grief us, guys. I don't think I have a choice but to try it, though. What happens if he griefs me, I just, you know, obviously I don't, it doesn't pay for it, nothing happens, the card just disappears. I don't get these 4 OP cards. This does put us to 0 gold, but, you know, means we'd have to be playing some of these. But I have a feeling we're getting gold grief. It's Ozan, so it's even more likely. I'd feel a lot, you know, less chance if it was Raptor or something, but I just really don't have any other play. I can just play a Nastaroth. Yeah, game rest on the gold grief. Exactly, Val. I have a feeling he's got 2 slots, he's Ozan. Who doesn't draft Bob the Cat? He's top tier. I didn't have him offered last draft, but I don't think this is going to work. But that means we have 8 gold. Well, no, we'd have 5. Hopefully we can afford a Nastaroth next turn. I see it coming, boys. Oh, no, okay. Well, that's good, so hopefully it's not in this slot.
Welcome. It is
Is
good
that
to
card
see you
top
again.
tier? Our last opponent played that too.
I have a gift for you.
Potion synergy. Well, we got our book. I am shocked, guys. If I was a betting man, I would have said for sure we're getting grief there. So he must just not had it in his hand because it would have been a beautiful play. Alright, playing Yoga at the end is very smart. That's doing a boatload of damage to us. By boatload, I mean 12. We don't have our Dark anymore. We didn't draft the Tiffy. How much does Vengeance do? Vengeance does 14 if it's the only thing I play. So if he doesn't sustain in slot 1, if he sustains, he might kill us, but I think we just simply play Vengeance. The reason we don't want to play anything else is because...
I have summoned you here for a purpose. Nobody summons Megatron!
DNIR, thank you very much for that follow, sir.
I'm ready.
Appreciate it. The reason we don't want to play anything else is because it does damage equal to my hand size plus 5. If I play another card, it's going to do less damage. So this does exactly 14. He knows it's coming, so if he doesn't have sustain, he knows he loses. If he does, he may kill us. So only got 2 gold, but we have a little bit of sustain next chapter and some grief. Let's hope he doesn't have a heal. And that's GG, boys.
I have summoned you here for a purpose. Nobody summons Megatron!
Skywolf, thank you very much for that follow. You just actually, just in time. I don't know when you've been here, how long you've been here, but we actually won a game.
It is as I foresaw.
Doesn't happen often on this stream, guys. Because we didn't go into one more game, boys. One more game. This game has that feeling. I'm a lot, I'm older than most people in the world, but I always love games where it's just one more turn. I used to play the old, Heroes of Might and Magic, especially Heroes of Might and Magic 3 back in the day. If anyone's familiar with that, before you know it, it's like 2, 3 in the morning. It's like, I gotta go to work or school in the morning. So we got lucky that game, guys. He didn't have the gold grief. He didn't have any sustain there when he knew the vengeance was coming. So we got very, very lucky. So this deck is, eh. Yeah, you're right, BCD. The borrowed power is Zamorkian Vengeance because it would have put cards in my hand. The asphyxiates, but it gives him 3 slots to try to find some heals there. So that way, he had 1 slot to do it. Nobody summons Megatron. Oh yeah, you played Heroes of Might and Magic 3. It was phenomenal, wasn't it? I've tried a couple of games after that. I actually have them on Steam. I couldn't get into them. I think it was 5. I think I own 5 and 6. Just it's weird too. It's just sometimes it's not even the game changes. Even if they remain the gameplay, we change. As a person, what we like one day we might not like the next. And I had played Hearthstone for years, and now this game has caught my fancy. So you just never know. I've always liked RPGs, and if anyone likes RPGs and you haven't played South Park but you enjoy the show, highly, highly recommend. I've been playing it on Saturday nights on stream. Oh my god. Last night, I thought it was getting kicked off of Twitch-worthy. I actually looked today and it said that if there's, some acts of sexual nature but it's gameplay related, it's not all the game is, Twitch is okay as long as, you don't just keep it on the stream for that purpose. And it was absolutely, you're in a boss fight and you'd have to watch it. I don't even, spoiler alert or whatever, but it was absolutely hilarious what's going on. Alright, we go first this game. We're up against another OP Aryan. And we went second last game, so that's going second is OP. We really like the Tricksters to try to get rid of her spellbooks. I think we try to Fank Trick Rollo. Gives us 5 gold. Hopefully we don't grief ourselves. If she staggers us on slot 2, it's not the end of the world because we got, little schlubs. We do take an extra 5 damage, but that's alright. We think it's probably not going to hit him. It never does.
Delicious.
We play the Rollo. It cycles. It gives us 3 attacks. So if we draw a Crassian, going in the next chapter, unless they grief our weapon at the end here, I think this is fine. If they stagger us, a very common play from Aryan is to mimic slot 1, which deals 5 damage to yourself but generates 4 gold, and then stagger, cost 4 gold, but removes 1 base attack from your opponent. If they do that, these two, because I'm first, it starts to hit me here. We can get our base back next chapter with Nastroth, though. Alright, assuming they don't gold grief us. Alright, boys, I like it. Let's try it. Hopefully we don't Hopefully they try to Frankenstrain us. It's pretty common.
I'm ready.
That means it would do 10 damage to them. Oh, they did try to Frankenstrain us. Perfect. So they're going to take 10, and our Trickster doesn't get affected by it because the health remains the same, so we still one-shot it. BCD, I don't think I played any other game where you have to dodge flying nutsacks in the boss battle. Yes, that did happen, guys. Last night on stream. Funny stuff, man. If you guys are a fan of South Park, they did announce... Alright, they lost the spellbook. Let's see if I can get them to lose another one. They did announce the sequel. The Fractured Butthole. Alright, they are actually gold griefing us, which stinks. They just lost the Toxic Blowpipe. Because we couldn't even afford an Astroth now if we wanted to. Oh, wow. That's 10 gold. Very nice. They had a very good first chapter. I mean, we griefed them a bit with our Frankenstrain into their Frankenstrain. But they can afford a spellbook. There's nothing I can do about that. They did lose one. But, you obviously try to draft as many as you can. Alright, I don't want a Divine Storm yet. I want to see if I can get that gold for the spellbook. I think I just simply... Trickster Snail Rolo again at the end?
I'm ready.
They can definitely afford a stagger. Which means I'd still, because I'd have a charge of the weapon, one-shot this, but I would take 3 for Molo, which ain't the end of the world. Play it at the end. Less chance of weapon grief, I guess. Not the greatest weapon. I mean, this does 6 damage. Oh wow, there's a bar fight.
Summons you here for a purpose. Nobody summons Megatron.
A lot of people have been summoning Megatron tonight. Fail1717, thank you very much for clicking that follow button. Definitely appreciate it. Holy smokes, he's going to have gold for days, but he's going to have 1 card left. Yeah, he didn't need more gold from the customs. Double customs. And the Mimic. He's virtually top decking, but I've lost the top decks before. Alright, we've got some sustain going. Now we just have to get some gold going, boys. 4 support cards. Can't really afford them. He's got 14 health. Oh, too bad we don't have the ship, because Meg into it would get rid of, because if he doesn't have a ton of cards to play. Like, if he draws big creatures here, they're stuck in his hand. Am I willing to take 7 from Zamorkian? For the asphyxiates. I don't think I need to get too silly yet.
Yay, beer!
How can I be of service, friend of Al-Kharid?
Alright, he has 4 cards. He has played none. So yeah, by going for that doubling of the gold, it is a gamble, because you saw him discard. They were customs officers, more gold generation, so he's probably more than willing to take it. But, you know, now he had nothing to play. Like, you saw, like, my deck has some big creatures. They're virtually, you know, unplayable if you have 2 base and, you know, you can't draw anything, a weapon or something to attack into them. Alright, boys. He's at 14. You just saw how we won last game? And I believe, oh, wow. Okie dokie. You did Party Hat when you had 15 gold, and then Ling the Assassin. Very nice. Yeah, Kamzace. You saw last game. Vengeance won me the game, and I go first, so I don't even. Last game I had to worry about him potentially healing. We have a full hand, so when we play it, we still have 9 cards. 9 plus 5 is 14, guys. That's GG. Yeah, I did Meg for the gold just so I didn't even have to take the damage. The only reason to hold on to Meg was in case I got the ghost ship, I guess, but it would have been worthless. But yeah, sorry, I don't know why I didn't click the play button there. Oh wow, he was willing to take 10 more there too.
I hope.
Alright guys, so Grief Arian's working out here. Going first OP confirmed. Yeah, our Arian's almost getting there. I think we got our Ozan up there too. Very cool. Let's mark that in our database. After that first game, we thought we might go 0-3, but oh, I keep forgetting to update the score, guys. Oh no, it was just one game. Alright, we are 2-1. Alright guys, the stream has gone a little over. Usually I stop at around midnight, but if we're having a good time, I like to keep going, but I unfortunately do have to call it a night here. I definitely appreciate everyone being here. I typically, my schedule is down below. I will be streaming, picking up this run Tuesday night at 9:30 my time. That is Arizona time. It's either MST or PST. I have no idea because I just moved here a couple years ago and they don't do daylight savings, so I still get confused. But if you want to see the continuation of this run or just hear me babble, I'm definitely stopping by. I'll also be playing this game Wednesday night, and then Saturday is South Park. So let's see if there's anyone to host, guys. We definitely like to throw host out, share the love.
Summons you here for a purpose. Nobody summons Megatron.
Okie dokie, thank you very much for clicking that follow button. Definitely appreciate it, buddy. Chess piece face. Looks like he's there. The other day we went to host him, he wasn't. So we'll host him again. Let's throw him a little host. Good night, everybody. Like I said, I will be picking this run up Tuesday night. Thanks for stopping by. I know there's a lot of people that are on Twitch, a lot of streamers. Being here with me does mean a lot to me, man, because there's a lot of options. And I know you could be spending your time elsewhere. So thank you very much, guys. Have a good night.